stream.
Rich.
Oh my God, Simon, Simon, you cheeky monkey! Look at
Hello.
you.
Gosh, it's wonderful.
I need that filter.
Hello.
I hate it so much.
Hello, everyone.
No, you got to keep that up, right, all night.
Oh no, I have some for different characters in the game tonight.
Okay.
Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to this very special charity one shot of The Witcher, benefiting the Trevor project. I am Simon, otherwise known as the Wandering DM. I use he/him pronouns, and I'll be GMing and attempting to murder these 4 fine players over the course of our game tonight. We have some awesome donation goals, or donation incentives, I should say, for this game specifically. Let me post them in chat. And then I think over the course of the night, I might just repost them, unless we have them automated. I completely forgot to ask about that. But so for any, holy hell, we've started. Okay. So for any donation between $2 and $4, I'll give a point of luck to a random player. A point of luck in this game is a +1 to a check. So how we play Witcher is very simple. It's like D&D. You roll a die, you add something, you have to beat a difficulty value. Except the die, instead of a D20, is a D10. And every time you roll a 10, you get to reroll and add. And every time you roll a 1, you get to subtract and keep rolling. So luck points are always welcome. If you give a donation of $5, so between 5 to 10, I am forced to re-roll the next check for better or worse of whatever happens. If it's $10 and up, it's +1 luck to everyone. And if it's a donation, a single donation of $20 or more in one shot, which I realize now there's like 2 of them in chat, then the difficulty goes up. So right now the game started as a difficulty of normal. We are now past challenging and into difficult.
What is wrong with you people? We haven't even rolled a dice.
Started.
It's already going to be like impossible.
2 ticks from the worse. It's like playing a video game.
Can I bring 20? Can I donate 20 to bring it down?
Nope, but you can donate 20 to give everyone +2 luck if you want it.
Oh.
That'll be useful. So, without further ado, let's introduce our cast and their characters. If you can, just tell us, who you're playing, their race, class, and maybe like whatever little blurb that you found was interesting on your character sheet that you would like to mention as I get the music rolling. We'll start with the person to my right on the overlay, and we'll go around clockwise. So we will start with Hannah.
Hello, I am Hannah, she, her, Hanahmation art on Twitter. And in this game, I will be playing Isa Maribor, also she, her, a Witcher, class Witcher, race Witcher,
By the way, players, I forgot to mention, music will be playing through Roll20, so you might want to adjust your volume accordingly. There should be something playing in the background right now. Moving on to our second player tonight, Mitch. Hello.
Hello. My name is Mitch, he, they pronouns. Tonight I am playing Keegan Sav, a mage who uses he, him pronouns. Very excited. He's a noble, so I'm sure things are going to get a little spicy.
Up next, we have Rich. Hello.
Rich, I am Bozo Puchta, and I am a man-at-arms. I'm a human. I totally kick ass. I totally have a big sword. When we get to where we're looking at the map, just look for the guy with the really big sword. That's me. I'll be kicking everyone's ass. And I am, a man-at-arms. I just kind of make things happen. I got a big scar. Someone hit me one time in my past, and I got a big scar. If we kind of maybe we'll see this play out, these magic people and these magey witcher people, I don't know how much I trust them. So I got some tricks up my sleeve. We'll see where things go. Y'all didn't hear that. You can call me he, him, she, they, whatever. I'm here to play.
And our last player tonight, last but not least, Kelly. Hi.
Hey, my name is Rube. I play a werebub. Pronouns they, them. And I hate humans, but my best bud over here somehow we just make it work. Also a man at arms, happiest in the dirt. That is my.
I would like to note that I have totally killed more people than you. Isn't that right?
I mean, yeah,
Or-
but but they were humans. Like they don't.
According
really
to
count.
my count.
But
According
they don't
to
count.
my
They're
count.
humans. Like those. That's like saying
Oh.
I killed more flies. Like
That's like they're like a dime a dozen.
right. Keep breeding. Ugh.
So our game tonight is going to take place far up in the north of Kedwin. We're talking middle of winter, almost the winter solstice. There are 2 more donations. Everyone, you get plus 2 points of luck. You can change it on your sheet.
Thank you.
So you can just add, it's the second number, the one to the right. You can change it as much as you want. So you can boost it up by 2. Thank you, Pax and Carly, for that. So we are in the very, very north. It is freaking cold. For those of you using Fahrenheit, we're around, I think it's like -10 Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's cool.
You can use degrees of communism. That's fine.
I mean, you mean degrees of everywhere else in the world?
That one.
So yeah, in it's -10 Fahrenheit, which is about -20 Celsius. It's cold enough that your extremities will freeze if you do not wear heavy enough clothing. Of course, all of your characters, I'm assuming, are already dressed unless you do not want to, for at least cold weather. Maybe not exactly that -10 that we're hitting right now, but you would appreciate a nice warm fire. And this little town is called Crossroads. And a person in Crossroads, a merchant by the name of Dimitri, sent out a message. It was rather strange. Dimitri basically used up all of their resources to contact anyone in the region, either by carrier pigeon, by magic telecommunication, or by just messengers or travelers. They have been robbed recently. And their little message they sent out is, please help. Have been robbed in a most peculiar way. Have not been back into my store since. I cannot work, but I have money to pay. Enquire Dimitri in Crossroads in Kedwin.
Rude. They said the magic words.
Hey.
You got it. Let's go knock this out.
I mean, yeah. We're clearly the only ones that are going to be able to.
We would move on to, wow, to not that music. Let's put back the other one. Sorry, I thought it was different. Let's pan over to the village.
Start up, or how did that
The
go?
small town of Crossroads is about 12 houses huddled together for warmth and protection. There's a wooden palisade around, but it doesn't even cover the whole village. It does about 2/3 of the village. It is built on a hill near a narrow river that's been mostly completely frozen over by now. As the 4 of you approach, you would notice every house except one has smoke coming out of their chimneys. You can see out in the fields, there are like a couple of cattle huddled together. There is a single draft horse that's just let loose on the town. It's basically just walking around, eating from whatever like weeds it can find through the snow. There's not a whole lot of snow, though the ground is basically frozen solid. And beyond Crossroads, if you were to follow the road past the hill, you would get to another shorter hill, lower hill, and upon that hill is a manor house. Fortified with stone walls, looks like the home of the lord of the land. It's built on two floors, 2 stories. There's like 4 or 5 chimneys in there. It's probably very, very cozy and very warm. But Dimitri, his store is actually the second building after you come to Crossroads. The first building being the Crossroads Inn. It doesn't even have an actual name. It's just an inn. There's a sign written in common in the northern language, just as inn. And Dimitri's store is right next, and it's Dimitri's Luxury Goods. And the 4 of you would, as luck would have it, also because it's a one-shot, we'll have you all arrive mostly at the same time. And I would like to know, for Dimitri, who lives across the street, who's been keeping an eye out on his store, day and night since the robbery, what would he see? What would our audience see? Who are these 4 people walking into Crossroads?
So I don't know if everybody here has seen Armageddon, but I kind of picture this like Armageddon situation. And we have Isa up front, just kind of boom, dropping it on the side is Keegan, and then Rube and Bozo bringing up the back. So we're just walking down this mainstay. And I kind of look to the team, and are we going in the end to see what's going on, or are we dropping right into Dimitri's?
I mean, they said ask for Dimitri, unless you want to do something you've never done before and try and gather intel. Talking to.
I got a big sword for a reason. It's because I'm
She
a
asked
man of
questions
action.
for you.
But that doesn't mean that's always the right case. And I kind of look over at Keegan and Isa, and should we split the party? Should we send some people to gather intelligence, and should we send some people to secure a contract?
If you want to die, then I think feel free. Go ahead. Lead the way.
So then what's your idea?
I think we figure out what's going on here first. We don't want to charge head first into a situation that we don't know anything about.
Recommendation.
Yes. Get a drink. I'm sure Bozo would appreciate it.
A drink? Oh, I'm always up for that.
Then we can charge ahead.
I sheathe my sword and follow Keegan.
Follow that.
Sure.
All right. Keegan, as you push open the door to this little inn, it's an L-shaped building. You would enter through the large part of the L, the side. Inside is to your right, a almost completely walled off area. You can see through a threshold, it seems to lead to the kitchens, maybe to some food stores in the back. And in front of this doorway, you have a woman working behind a counter. She's actually in the process of hoisting this, rube-sized barrel, oak barrel, and hoisting it up onto the counter to like ram a spigot in it. She barely looks over her shoulder as she does so, and just say, "I'll be a minute." Elsewhere in the inn, if you look to your left, there are a couple tables. There's only two. They're older gentlemen, probably in their 60s or 70s. They're playing cards, and they're of course sitting by the table that's the closest to the fireplace. And they've got like two bottles, one each. They do not deign to look at whoever's entered. You hear the let's say barmaid for now, because you don't know her name. She says, "Oh, choose yourself a table. I'll be right there. Also, don't drag all the snow and close the door."
Just close the door, Bozo.
Door closed. You know, Bozo immediately looks for the red button in the room. I grab some dice out of my pocket and I sit down with the two older gentlemen and I say, "Dice for a drink?" Because I see they have bottles, which means, hey, we could have a couple swigs. So I sit down with them to start some banter.
All right. I'll get back to you in a second. While you go and sit down, and I know what you're doing. I remembered when you said the word dice. Mitch, Hannah, wow. Wrong names. Keegan, Issa, and Rube, what are you doing?
I want to walk by and smell the older gentlemen. Do they smell like alcohol? Do they smoke? Do they smell dirt?
They smell of mothball, of sweat, and a bit of alcohol. But you figured they probably didn't bathe necessarily recently, but because of all the snow and everything, it probably washed off most of the scent. But looking at their shape and how they're dressed, if you can give me a human perception check.
First roll. First roll.
I know. Okay,
I know. I'm trying to figure out where I would do
So,
a perception while you do that. I'm like,
human
where do I do that?
human perception is under empathy.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
So on your sheet, you can just click on the word, the name of the skill,
Yep.
and then it'll ask you if you want to add any modifiers, such as luck, if you want to use them.
Oh.
And otherwise, the moment you press OK, it rolls in chat.
This seems like a good time to use luck. I'm gonna use a luck.
Damn tootin'.
Well, with endorsement. That
Oh, wait, someone donated 150? And I didn't see it?
was, yeah, Phil, but I didn't know if that was to. Maybe David or. My skill roll's
so-
-5, guys.
Oh my God, because you
Great.
fumbled by 15.
Oh my god.
They
Even luck
are...
couldn't save me.
Okay, you probably have heard these stories before of, the king that decides to slum it with the peasants and to just, look at how their subjects are living their daily lives and everything. Clearly, the man to the right, so to Bozo's right, the man closest to you, whose back is turned, he's the landlord. Like you can see it. You can clearly see it.
I truly believe this to be accurate. That's the guy. That's the guy. Landlord very coyly tried it. And since Bozo, A, you're muted. B, since we've known each other for so long, clearly we have our code.
Ik pay atten lay. Andlord lay. Ite ray.
Uckfey.
Pig Latin day. Do you not drop Pig Latin? You would be dropping some Pig Latin right now on me. We could call it Beaver Latin.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that.
Okay.
By the way, I was told to remind everyone that Hanahmation, our own Issa of Maribor, is giving away to the first 5 donations above $20, we'll get a special Witcher charm from her
What?
Etsy store.
Hooray.
Guys, those
They-
look so
Phenomenal.
cool.
Yeah, they are fucking fantastic. I have a box full of them. It's in a box because I'm moving, not because I decided to check them in there.
I expected you to put them all on your keys. I'm hurt. All like 20 of them.
It'll happen. I will have a flail.
Drop your link, your Etsy store in the chat.
Well, we're giving them away.
Well, just in case you don't get the chance
Okay.
We got another 20, everyone.
to. Who hates us
Why
now?
do you hate us? Who did this?
Oh, Hawkeye.
So,
Oh, and Ethan. Oh, thanks, guys.
quick question. So Rube is, staring at the 2 older gentlemen as Bozo sits down, grabs his dice from his pouch. Keegan, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm Keegan. Boy,
Yes.
it's been a day. I am watching all of this go down and like slowly taking off my like fur-lined leather gloves, slapping them on a table and just kind of sitting down straight back, just watching, not really interacting, just watching the show.
Can you make me the second roll of tonight? Can you make me an awareness check?
An awareness check. Okay. Hello, the game.
14. Aside
I'm
from the
paying
people
attention.
here, you would notice that the fireplace is running out of wood. And actually what's burning at the moment is a tankard and what appears to be half a stool.
Interesting.
Oh, Twitch stream, guys. Something weird just
Oh.
okay, there we go. We're back. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw the, I think it's the chat on Zoom. So Bozo, you got that cue from Rube that, you're sitting at the landlord's table. The other person, if this one older man is the landlord, the other guy is probably some sort of bodyguard, perhaps. But that means that they're probably also loaded, like your dice. And the 2 men will gladly take you up on that offer.
So, gentlemen, my name is Bozo Pachet. I come from far. I come to help. I come to do things. I'm a man that does things. I'm a man in arms. Look, I have arms. And I say, would you grant me a little game of chance, maybe for a drink, or maybe for a shekel? What are your names? I'm Bozo. You are, and I point towards maybe what's the bodyguard. I point towards maybe because I got the high sign. This is the landlord, so I point towards the bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. He just grumbles, Loco.
Oh,
You're right,
Rebecca. My cousin was named Rebecca. You, sir, what is your name?
No, I said Luca.
Oh, Luca. Luca. Very strong name. Reminds me of rivers. Strong.
Where's my name?
Yes.
And the other one would introduce himself as Boca.
Boca. We could be brothers. Boza Boca. We could be great friends. We could be great friends. Shall we play some dice? Shall we see how this goes, gentlemen?
They look at one another. Depends, stranger, says Luca. How much you got?
I am not stranger. We are friends here. We are all friends. We are having a great time. I take a look in my gear list, and I do not see that I have any money.
It's under your armor.
About that. Is it under my armor? Hold
Yeah.
on, let's take a quick peek here.
There would be a line under your armor that says.
In the name of crowns, what do you say we do 5 a roll? 5 a roll. 5. You win, you get 5. I win, I get to drink.
They look at each other, look back at you, and Boca will say, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Drinks here are more than 5 crowns apiece.
Oh, that's why we call it gambling, friend. We call it gambling.
Our type of drinks goes for 10 crowns. Can you do that?
You know, for our first roll, we will start at 10. Let's see where we go from there.
They look sure of themselves. They both put 10 crowns. You notice though that their purses are very slim. 10 crowns is maybe all that they had.
And Bozo, I'm smart. I keep money everywhere. So I pull out my 10 hatch. So it looks like that's all my coin. This is one time. That's my 10 hatch. So I bring that out. We roll. So I grab my die. I go to my gambling skill with a +3 modifier. Whoop.
Luck.
Oh, and I'm gonna deuce luck. Can I do 2 lucks?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna give myself 5. 19. Oh, Santa Maria. Oh,
Luca
Santa Maria.
rolls. So Luca is a 17. And Boca is an 18.
Friends.
By the way, there's the hard modifiers and everything are in those that wasn't supposed to be their skill originally. They roll like 1 or 2 numbers lower than you and just slam the table. All right, there you go, friend. And Boca swipes his coins at you. Some of them roll off the table. Hope you enjoy the piss drink that Elsa's serving. And the woman from behind the counter just yells out, "Hey, I heard that. You get out of there. You go make yourselves useful."
Meta time. I am now going to scoop up the coins.
Yeah.
And I'm going to offer them a second game, but I'm going to throw this one. So I'm going to offer them a second game to see if they want. I'm going to put all my persuasion to this second game. Do I need a roll for that to get them to go again?
Yeah, give me persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, that's perception. Okay, hold on.
Persuasion is under empathy as well.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, knowing where each skill is.
I give them a 12. I roll a 12 on my persuasion. I want to talk them into a second roll.
They'll sit down for a second roll. But they cannot do more than 3 crowns.
I want to give you a chance to bring back your glory. You put up 3 each. I'll put up 10 each.
Oh, they're in.
And so I want to use my loaded dice this time. But I want to ensure I lose. So can I roll and give myself a negative?
No, you can just, since you know how your loaded dice work.
Yes.
You're going to do it on purpose. You don't need to roll.
I let them win. I drop down. I end up with a 2.
Yeah. So they roll substantially higher. And, both of them smiling with their half-toothed mouth, grabbing the coins, being like, "Ha! We flounced them. Newcomer's luck, I guess.
What?
Welcome
Boca.
to Crossroads."
How did you do this to me? How do you take me like this? I was up ahead and now I'm down again. So how does this happen? And at this point, I try to ingratiate myself to them, and we start to maybe just chitter chatter about life in town.
Okay. I'll get back to that conversation because Elsa, now that she's done, will move up to Keegan, Issa, and Rube and ask the 3 of you, I haven't seen you in town. Oh, passing through? Or did you get the message from Dimitri? Also, Elsa, by the way, she wipes her hands on her like bodice, extends it. What's your name?
Kind of stares at her hand and looks back up at her and goes, "Wine."
You'll have to forgive my friends. We are here about the notice.
It's all right. I've had some of his type of folks here before. I think what you were looking for might be the manor on the other hill down that way. But
Manor.
well, I meant for him, and she points to Keegan. I have wine, but I don't know if your refined palate is going to enjoy it.
He'll take what
I've
you have
drank
and he'll
worse.
like it.
I've drank worse. I'm sure it'll be fine.
And you? She turns to Rube. Haven't seen none of you before.
I generally don't be around other.
Eh.
I
Well-
want. Do you have any sort of root drink, birch drink? I'll have your least contaminated water.
I can give you ginseng tea. Like hot water and roots in it. It's like some fancy elf drink.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Smells, or they smell. Waiting for it.
And then she'll look at Issa, and what will you have? Like the blood of the innocents or something?
You're funny. I'll have whatever's convenient. And some information if you have it.
One convenient, one wine, one root drink. Be right there. She turns to the table where Pozo is, grabs one of the half-drank bottles from the two men, and just plops it in front of Issa. One convenient, and then she'll go in the back to grab the rest. She comes back. What did you, Issa? You asked for convenient and then something else.
Information.
Okay, so I'll summarize what you get from both Elsa and the peasants. So what they think, and they pretty much are of the same mind on that. There always was a sort of elven commune nearby. They call them the Skoyatel. Clearly, they're supposed to be, terrorists, guerrilla fighters, elves that were, apparently, according to the rumors, cast out of their own elven kingdom for whatever crimes they've committed. But as opposed to any of the, other Skoyatel that you might have heard during the wars and all that, these ones have left us alone for a good couple of seasons. But apparently they decided, probably because it's too cold now, that they needed some fuel or something. And they decided to rob Dimitri's store. Not just his store. They hit just about everyone in town. Took anything that was made out of wood that wasn't already nailed down. I mean, I'm lucky enough that they didn't take none of my rickety tables or the chairs. I did lose a couple empty barrels, and well, there were rain barrels really, and I lost a pot. But yeah, they've come and gone. Most of us have a life to live, so we've gone back to our lives. But Dimitri has swore up and down that he would wait and not touch his store. Apparently, something about he learned the fancy people, and she looks at Keegan in Novigrad or whatever. They like to inspect places like that where crime was afoot. And apparently, if you move things around, it messes up the whole thing. So it's not like we get a lot of travelers here anyway in the winter. Though he's unlikely to sell anything. But yeah, damn elves took everything. Everything made of wood. Probably to eat it.
Have you ever actually met an elf?
None of the people in the inn have ever met an elf. Boca thinks that they have green skin. And Elsa swears that she saw one at night. Their eyes glow like yellow in the moonlight. We're ready to start the first giveaway. Okay. I'll just finish the inn scene and then we'll get onto that. But that's pretty much the information you can get. While they're talking, Keegan, you saw what was in the fireplace before.
Right.
And at some point, Elsa does glance at it, sighs, and will just take like a chair nearby, a smaller chair, probably like for a child or something, and she breaks it on her knee and tosses like the legs in the fireplace.
Do you have an axe?
Guess what? The handle was made of wood. They took it away.
He just sips his wine and just kind of holds his tongue back.
You
Oh, by
actually
the way.
saw. Sorry, go ahead.
The wine would taste horrible if it wasn't so cold.
He makes a face.
It's passable.
This is more of a grape juice, I would say, but it will suffice. Thank you.
And you actually saw this guy Tell make off with this stuff.
Dimitri says he knows more about it than we do. Guy has traveled the north, so of course he knows everything.
And where might we find this Dimitri?
She points like to the door of the inn, but basically across the street, a house there. It's the first one. It's right across from his door, actually. And unless you have other things to ask them, Boca and Luca would leave. They have, families to attend to. And Elsa would go back to, her regular responsibilities in the inn.
Keegan will just
Rube would
slide his... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Rube would move towards the door. Not even say anything, just taking it.
Hey, you're going to bring that back.
No.
I'm watching you.
Probably not going to do. I'm being honest.
And she looks at you and all your weapons and everyone else.
Short and furry for anyone who hasn't, meta-wise, anyone who hasn't seen a picture of a werebub. Short, furry beaver. So imagine that stealing your stuff. But, politely.
While being armed to the teeth.
True. Important to note.
Well, I guess the polite company, and she looks to Keegan, will compensate me.
Sure. What could one mug cost? 10 crowns?
Yeah, let's do that. 10 crowns.
Leave an extra 10 crowns with our payment.
Which is 9 more than the price of the cup, but she's not going to say anything. Yeah, I know. You don't care. You're just what, 10?
It's a banana, Michael. What could it cost?
And as you leave the inn, we'll get to our first giveaway of the night. So for anyone who would like to enter for the glorious gaming mouse, please in chat type in
Oh, Rich,
the
do you have
following.
one?
Ooh.
You're muted.
Not really. I'm just holding up my mouse. I'm like, ooh, it's a
Mitch, do you
mouse.
have
It's
one? There
it's
she
glor-
is.
Oh, there we
go.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's really cool. I like
This
Nice.
is
the
the
colors.
Model D.
I'm just
We've got a bunch of
holding
different
a
ones.
mouse. So,
Ooh.
you know,
So-
I always like 2 mice in a bucket.
Out of here walking.
So yeah, type in !charity. You've seen the command, and we'll do the giveaway as we're playing. I guess David will take care of that.
Hold on. Let me look at something. Hold on. Do I have to put? Oh, no, someone already did it. Okay, someone's already. Oh, Ethan did it. Oh, Ethan, you rock so much. Okay, yeah. Back to you, Simon. That's all. Oh, by the way, as we're talking, any entry over $20 gets you into like the raffle that's going on. You see this beautiful book up above me? This is
Yes.
the Deities and Demigods. It was the first printing issue that had Cthulhu in it. They ended up getting sued and it had to be taken out for the next printings. But this is a Cthulhu edition that is also up for grabs, and it'll be a raffle at the end of the whole gig. So, but until then, I get to look at it and play with it. But back to
Wait, you
Simon.
mean that's the like 1980 Deities and Demigods?
Oh yeah, hold on.
Ooh.
Yeah, this thing's so cool.
And by the way, this comes from my personal collection. So let's have a quick peek, right? Deities and Demigods.
Beautiful.
If we take a look, what's awesome, a little Cthulhu mythos. You guys can't see that, but it got pulled out. But if I flip around long enough, I can find, we got to go by the Chinese mythos. And here is Cthulhu mythos. And
What the
they
hell?
printed this book, and the book went out, everybody bought it. And then all of a sudden they got sued and they had to come out. So, I mean, this is the quality. I mean, it's my book. It's been around the block since I was 14. So, but it's up for grabs. Drop in $20, get in the raffle. Could be yours. But back to you, Simon.
Thanks. So yeah, remember, I was gonna say hashtag !charity for the giveaway, and any donation. Basically, if you want to get the book, you just have to up the difficulty of the game, y'all.
No,
That's all it is.
This
You
is
don't
a
have to do
terrible
Please give us
idea.
luck instead.
Yes.
Yeah, did we get any more luck? How many more lucks do we get? So many? So many.
Lots of luck.
Hey,
Lots of
Simon,
luck.
while we were gone, I dropped $20 in for luck. So do we get some more luck points?
Oh.
Yes, that would be 2 more luck points.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so-
see. Okay, yeah, my Twitch decided to be all of a sudden very, very fuzzy. Let me try to up the quality a bit. There we go.
Fuzzy for anyone else.
So
No,
that puts me
it's
back
my
to
internet
6.
connection.
Okay.
That puts me back to 6, and some of you other folks might be at 8 at this or higher.
9.
Or higher.
9.
9.
No big deal.
Why you gotta like talk about my sword being so small? Why you gotta be like dropping big numbers?
So, moving on to across the street, Dimitri actually, the moment that he sees you walk toward his house, barges out. He only has like a fur hat on, fur boots, pants, and a very thin tunic. He's already shivering by the time he reaches you, and just says, "Are you here for the message? Are you here for the job?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Melitelli. Come with me. Come. And he moves across the street. Dimitri is this maybe middle-aged ginger man, red hair, kind of a wild beard, but also a wild expression in his eyes. He looks like the kind of person who maybe once came from money, but is now, completely out of luck. And he brings you into a store, which is sort of the general store of the village. It's a long building, roughly about like 40 pace by 20 paces. It used to be filled with wooden like shelves and bookcases, well, for whatever books they had, chests and crates and barrels in which there were, either sacks of grain or food, tools and whatnot. Everything has been wrecked. Some of these shelves, without even a deduction check, you figure that someone tried to pry them apart using a crowbar and just abandon halfway, because the crowbar is still there and it's still in it. The counter that served as both, his place of work and to hold like certain, smaller items that were maybe a little more expensive, has been wrecked, like chopped to bits with probably an axe. His ledger books were torn apart. Several of the pages are missing. Enough to say that the books are almost like half empty, if not more. Incidentally, fur, clothes, and he didn't have a lot of weapons, but he had like a spear and an arming sword. Though the arming sword is a little dull now, they weren't taken. He has a quiver that is now empty, that was for sale. And all of the like fruits and root vegetables that he had, like the last batch to sell before the oncoming winter, that is still all there. Barely rotten too, because it's so cold out. But pretty much like what Elsa, Luca, and Boko have told you, they took, or they tried to take, anything wooden that wasn't nailed down. And he motions for you to follow him down the store to like the other end. He says, I couldn't write it in the message in case it was intercepted, but look here. And he points to the ground on the floor. There is a single squirrel tail, like a stuffed squirrel tail. He says, this, do you know what that is? And that's when I'm going to ask everyone to make an education check.
I have an intelligence of 5. So when I think about this whole situation,
You're not
But-
thinking much.
I wonder about termites.
You also, because you're Vicovaran, were forced to attend elementary school. And that's why you have 1 point in education. So that's a 17, 11, 12.
Look at the big brain on Keegan. Did you see that big brain on
I'm
Keegan?
using 3 points of luck. 'Cause
Ooh.
Girl needs.
So everyone except Bozo. Yes, squirrel tails is a staple. The scoia'tael is what it's a word, squirrel tail in Elven. And they, in Elder speech, I should say, because it's not just Elven. And they often adorn their uniforms or their armors with a squirrel tail somewhere so that they can quickly identify who's part of the movement and who's not. He says, there, that squirrel tail was incriminating, isn't it?
I want to go. Rube's gonna go check it out. Again, smell it. See if it smells like humans or like something else.
It smells strongly of
Rube, is this a red snapper?
coal. It smells of charcoal.
But it's not burnt.
It's not burnt, and there's no charcoal like marring the fur either. But it was probably like left over a fire for a very long time, and like the smoke just sort of was absorbed by the fur. But for it to smell still, it means it was in contact with, either a flame or smoke or coal for an extended period of time. And you would also see that there was a leather thong coming out of it that was broken off, not cut, just broken off.
I mentioned to Keegan, and no point mentioning it to both, though. Smells like like.
That does make sense.
Does make sense for the weather.
Did we see any, peat areas, charcoal areas walking into town?
I forgot to mention when you walked into town. Yes, there are two hills. One for the manor house, one where the village of Crossroads is. There's the little river. But there are like the rest of the countryside past what would be grazing fields is just wooded area. It's woodland. Pine for the most part. Pine and what's that other one? That's what happens when you only know name of flora in French. Spruce. Mostly pine and spruce. But there isn't, like, you didn't see a peat field. And you don't, even when you came into the village, like, you didn't see the common, furnaces that charcoal burners would use. With the proximity of the forest, the landlord probably just allows them to take dead wood or whatnot and use that directly for as a heat source or fuel for their heat, I should say.
Is there any kind of role that I could make to dig deeper into this? Like, in this region, is there any sort of nomads here that use charcoal as opposed to just wood when it comes to their heating?
I mean,
Or
if you want to
anything that
do
kind
it,
of digs it a little bit deeper into this, or if it relates to any sort of weird.
yeah, that would be using, there are, let's say, 3 skills that we could use for that.
Okay.
And they would be your language skills that will say, also work for culture. So Nordling would be, about the humans in the area, their customs, their villages, their laws, their way of life. Elder speech would apply to any of the elder races except dwarves. And then you've got dwarves. The reason why dwarves are different is because most dwarves tend to live like in this liminal space between being completely ostracized like all of the other elder races and being accepted in human communities and in human culture. So they have like their own sort of blend of things. So you could roll all 3 if you want to like rack your brain about everything. Or if you would like to look at it from a magical perspective, that would be in the professional skill tab. And that would be your magical training. And then I just realized something. Bozo, you're missing something on your sheet. I'll add it during break. You're missing 2 of your profession skills.
2 of my skills? That's impossible. I am the most skilled, large sword-holding person in this group.
So there are like a total of 4,
I think
areas of expertise.
I think I'll lean towards magic first, just since that's
Okay.
We'll see what that does.
Go right ahead, and you can click on magical. 23. You know everything.
I know everything about charcoal and magic ever.
So charcoal in magic rituals is used often the moment you need to draw something. You're going to use charcoal. A mage could very well, require an enormous quantity of charcoal if they were to attempt some sort of extremely, large scale ritual markings even with the 23, you don't recall any rituals that require that much. Like at most, you'll need like a pound. And that's if you're really not careful. However, one thing that you notice here is that, well, there is a lot of missing wooden items, but not a whole lot of tracks.
Termites.
Not a whole lot of tracks.
Right.
And while, the tail isn't magical, the lack of tracks is clearly magical. And you figure the charcoal probably has something to do with it. Maybe as a component for a spell, maybe someone devised a custom spell and is testing it out by robbing poor people in a village. Like that last part doesn't really make sense.
Sure. I would turn kind of like I'm looking around, but turn so that my body is not facing Dimitri, but next to Issa so she can hear me, and just kind of lean over and go, something magic is afoot.
Is there any residual magic? Can I detect it?
Your medallion doesn't go off, so it's been too long since.
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
By the way, thanks to our donations, Issa and Bozo, you both get a luck point.
Sweet.
Thank
one
you.
loves me.
No,
one
it's
loves
4.
me.
I'm sorry, it's not Bozo, it's Rube. I'm going the same order as the intros. My bad. Sorry, Bozo. Better luck next time.
I love
And
everybody
also-
watching. I love you all so much.
And thanks to Mr. Stids, the game is now at the highest level of difficulty.
So we're all gonna die. Great.
Don't thank
Mr.
him.
Stids.
Don't
So-
thank him.
Did.
Curse him.
I didn't like Keegan anyway.
Wouldn't want to live their life as a. Okay. So. Is the. Oh, there's no.
You'll see him like trying to stay composed, but when Rube says that, just kind of smirk a little and then try to bring it back. Just go, yes.
You said, Simon, you said that
Hmm?
the Nordling skill is to determine like human culture.
Yeah, Nordling culture. Yeah.
Okay, and the Dwarven is for like dwarf. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I would say dwarves and werebubs in this case, but yeah.
trying to see if there's a. I think I want to roll Dwarven. See if there's any charcoal situation.
Mm-hmm.
That point of luck I just got.
Oh boy.
You sure you're not just a dwarf in a fursuit? Good God.
So
Thanks for the luck, guys.
you know everything about there is to know about dwarves.
I'm a dwarf nerd.
Yeah. And the area here is poor in anything that would make a dwarf want to live here. I'll explain very quickly. There doesn't seem to be, like, the lack of furnaces means that there's probably not even a blacksmith in town. Best case scenario, the blacksmith lives in the manor house, like in the servants' quarters or something, and works solely for the landlord. 2, while dwarves may need charcoal to, work if they're blacksmiths, because not every dwarf is a blacksmith, they normally have their own reserves, and they will normally tend to have some that's probably of slightly higher quality than just, burning tables and chairs down to get that coal. And though dwarves tend to be part of the Scoia'tael, it does happen because, you know, the world hates them just like human hates everyone. Dwarves are more likely to either be part of the like strategizing aspect, the command aspect, or the frontliners. They don't really do, you know, petty crime. They will if they need to, of course, but as a general rule, why would they? And especially if they need material, if they need anything, dwarves are normally the ones that will handle most of the business for the Scoia'tael even. So they'll find stuff and make sure that it cannot be traced back to them. Whereas in this case, it looks like a smash and grab, except people also left with the furniture. Clearly not a dwarf. You can safely say with a 30, no dwarves have set foot in this store.
Rube's gonna look around with a bit of disdain and go, clearly not dwarf.
I don't know about these werebubs. I know you're a werebub. Me and you are like really great friends, but seriously, can you really rule them out?
Yes.
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 DC.
Dimitri says, "Oh, I don't think it's werebub or even a Vran for that matter. Vrans, by the way, are like lizard folks. The people that I think I saw them. I think they don't know, but I think I saw them.
Oh,
At
in
the
my
edge of the
best
woods at
Jesse
night.
Raphael, please do tell.
Edge of the woods. I think they were thinking of coming back to rob the rest of my store the night after I sent the message. I thought they had intercepted it. I thought they were going to kill me. But no. I saw them. They're tall, lithe. They're dressed in, you know, they're almost invisible because of, you know, they wear these like leaves and branches and such. There were like half a dozen of them. And I think, and before he can end his sentence, you hear the sound of hooves coming from outside. Multiple galloping horses stop their riders, stopping in front of the store. And you would notice 3 armed soldiers bearing like a little coat of arm on their armor. They're not dressed in like fancy full plate like Bozo would be, like Bozo is, but they wear, you know, it's brigandine, armored boots, heavy plate gauntlets, and a barbute helm. And one of them comes in, just nods at Dimitri, and looks to the 4 of you and says, You offer hire?
Depends.
His lordship wants to talk to people that can help. We saw you come into town, and then we saw you get into here with Dimitri. Dimitri says, I swear I did not wish to be in the way of his lordship. It's just I sent the message, and I... All right. Peace, Dimitri. You're not in any trouble, strangers. But his lordship can probably afford to pay you a higher wage than this Rube here. And he points not to Rube, but to Dimitri.
Oh yeah, I did this immediate look at Rube, and I was like, at first it's like, hey, our Armageddon walk worked, and now it's all of a sudden, what's going on? But now I'm glad to hear he was just calling Dimitri a brute.
Dimitri looks like expectantly to you, awaiting your answer, sort of dreading that you maybe take the more paying route.
I look to the Witcher.
If there's higher pay involved, we should at least listen.
Perhaps the two are connected.
Don't know until we hear what's the details.
All right. We'll before we go to break, we'll just wrap up this little, investigation in the village. You will be brought in front of Lord Vladislav, who explained that his treasury was ransacked a few nights after what happened to Dimitri. And, well, see for yourselves. And he would bring you to his treasury down in the dungeons. This, like 10 feet by 10 feet room is just littered with coal. Lumps of coal.
And there's no big green eggs, just a ton of coal.
Just a ton of coal. Where there should have been, shields and weapons on display. Like you can see like the outline in the dust. Nothing's there. Everything was taken. And he says, and he'll add that, his chests were made of solid iron and steel, not wood. He thinks what happened to Dimitri was a diversion.
Termites.
He stops looking at Bozo and addresses the rest of the group. He's willing to pay you if you retrieve his treasury and if you bring him the culprit so that he can dispense justice to them. He will give away a third of his treasury to your group, which, according to a somewhat hazy memory, would be around 1,800 gold crown to share among yourselves.
What?
It's crazy how like the rest of his village is, dying of cold and he can just, yeah. So, I forgot. Dimitri can pay you 40 crowns each if you find his stuff. So with this very hard dilemma in front of you, we're going to throw the mic to David before we go to break.
Oh, Rich.
To Rich. Sorry, I didn't see.
Hey, you can call me David. I mean, he's much more of a sexier beast than I am. But, I mean, you can call me David. I mean, sometimes people call me Brad Pitt, but that's another story. Before we go to break, guys, we have 5 more of the Witcher charms. Hannahmation, throw those up. 5 more. Look at these. I already got one. I dropped down 20 bones. I got one coming my way. That's just the way it be. So everybody jump in. We got 5 more to drop out. Drop in, 15, 20 bucks, throw it in there. We'll make it happen. Drop it in your notes. We also have this weekend giveaway. Everybody that's 20 or more, and David, your mic's open. Anybody that's 20 or more, you're going to be entered into not only the $150 gift card giveaway for Drive-Thru RPG, which would get you Dungeons and Dragons Red Box. It would get you Dungeons and Dragons Expert Set. It would get you Dungeons and Dragons BCMEI, because those are only like $5 each on Drive-Thru RPG. You could buy a shit ton of them. You could buy Maze on top of that with $150. But you will also be in the entry, if you don't win that, to win the deities and demigods at the end of everything. So drop in 20 bones. You got like this big 150 thing going on. You got this big deities and demigods. I think that thing runs a couple $100, maybe $300 on eBay. So, I mean, that's a pretty good little drop yourself in there, make it happen. If you I think that's it. I think that's all I gotta say before we go to break. I have to go hit the head and get another beer, but I know I just made Lady Gillespie laugh a little. Anything else to throw on there, Kelly?
Oh, unmute. Do you have anything else?
You're muted.
No.
Nope,
Okay.
All right.
Nope, I was asking.
So we're
I was
go-
asking the real David.
Okay.
Ask the real David, because I am the co-host with the most, but I'm definitely not the host. So let's hit break and let's go from there.
Yeah, we'll go short break, and when we come back, the group, you're gonna have a homework during break, group, to decide what you're gonna do with the dilemma you've been offered, the choice you've been offered, and we'll pick up
I want
for our
all
next
the
scene
monies.
when we come back.
I want all the monies. Give me all the monies. To make it so.
Hello, we're back. Before we return to our frozen forest or frozen village, Rich has another announcement.
Simon. So, this is a pretty awesome thing, right? Deities and demigods. And,
Yes.
everybody who enters, $20 or more, you're going to be in it to the end of the thing. But tonight, just for tonight, there's a giveaway. It is going to be the Witcher game, PDF and physical copy of the Witcher RPG, provided by our Talsorium, because they love us, we love them. It's all just a great love fest. It's like, I don't know if anybody plays Dead by Daylight, but when they do the healing hands and it's like soft kitten and we're all just healing each other on Dead by Daylight, that's totally what's going to happen at the end of the night with the Witcher RPG, PDF, physical book, our Talsorium. Back to you, Simon.
By the way, quick thing, those physical books are almost impossible to get.
Really?
Like
Why
it
is
took
that?
it took months for them to shortage of paper and wood worldwide, which is
Serious?
strange that there's also a shortage of wood in game. But yeah, they just got a new shipment back at the Art Talsorian web store. So there's
Wow.
probably like a new, but it took like months for them to get them back.
I totally dig it. In my industry, there's been a lot of backup because of everything going on. So, I mean, why not in RPG world? But, it is what it is. But you can get the PDF copy till the books show up, or if the books show up early.
Definitely.
You're the bomb. Drop it on eBay.
So, what's your decision? Do you want to work for the noble? Do you want to work for just the peasant? You want to work for both?
I'm a pious man. I was raised by the clergy in my life. And so many times in life, I go, what does the common man need? And whether, it's drawing my sword to save a common man or to defend them, I vote common man. The team, Witcher, what do y'all think?
Have any of you other places to be?
Yes,
Why
why
can we
don't
not do both?
Thank you. Yes. I don't see why not.
I say we would we have known that there was going to be charcoal there, or were you just foreshadowing to let us? Like
no, he did let you into the treasury, and it's just like a carpet of charcoal.
Okay. Really, they're connected. So yeah, let's do both. Why choose?
All right. I will ask the Witcher for something, because so you were escorted to the manor house, but by the time you accept the job, you're sort of left to your own devices, which means that you have a little more time on your hands going back to the village. And Witcher, would you like to roll wilderness survival as you make your way back?
Let's put 2 points of luck into this one.
Damn tootin'.
You remember Dimitri said something about, elves staring at him from the edge of the woods. as you sort of make your way back into town, you notice the woods between the manor house and the village. There's like a section of it that clearly trees were felled, probably recently, because you catch a glimpse of someone looking from like midway atop a spruce tree. You saw a face for a split second, and then it retreated.
Can I see how well I can follow it? I might not be able to catch it, but I can certainly try.
You can. You just take off, and what happens with the rest of your group?
Fucking watch that happen, I guess.
Damn tootin' we do. I draw my sword in
Stuff in a
preparation
witcher.
for any kind of shit. And
I saw something. Follow if you will.
Yes, I will
run in the
follow.
snow.
Yeah, most of you do not have a horse, I believe. So it's just running through snow. But by the time you get to the woods, which are somewhat far enough, I'll ask all four of you to deduct 2 points from your stamina for that little run. And
We
I
need
will
that.
move you. Whoever's in charge of the overlay, if you want to show the map.
Yes.
And players, if you want to drag your characters onto the map, I will show you where to put them. Anywhere in that red square near the bottom of the map. Yep.
Rube. All right.
Yeah, so the small character in the middle is Rue, but the
Okay. Seriously, I'm a
Yep.
boomer and I can't figure this out.
so you know the tab,
Oh,
the
I
journal
figured it
tab?
out. Sorry,
Drag
there
your
we
name.
go. There we
No
go.
problem.
I got
Oh,
it. Woo,
boomer.
boom, big sword, big sword.
So you saw Issa just, look at the forest, and without so much of a word, she took off that way.
I said, I saw something. Follow if you will.
Okay. And when you happen to find yourself at the edge of the woods, this is what you see. Several trees have been cut or fell, but have not been brought anywhere. The tree that a person was in earlier is conveniently this giant white pine here that I'm pinging
I
to
see.
northeast of you. There are a couple of, by the way, the map is to scale, so we're going to use, the Witcher scale, which means that each square is 1 meter because the Witcher is in meter. But the rulers are in imperial, so it's 5 feet per square. That way we know. So a couple of feet to the northeast on the map are the remains. So around here, the remains of a house. While you were, running to the woods, you could see that there was like there used to be a path that would lead to this house. But it's long been snowed in, and the house has long fallen into ruins. And as you enter the woods, I'm going to ask the four of you to make another awareness check.
Oh.
I'm gonna put 3 luck behind this.
I'm putting no luck behind it because I trust my friends.
You look.
I need to look at my sheet for 2 seconds.
Holy smokes, Witcher.
Yeah,
She sees all.
I know. That's why when she says run, you go.
Do you see her eyes,
Oh
everyone?
my
Do you see her
God.
eyes? They're like permeating into the show. They're like just bam, 27. Fudge.
And the number to beat is
26.
Wah!
49.
I'm sorry.
No. I just rolled for everyone, but that's
We're not trying to roll my age, bro.
the number to beat was 28.
Oh,
And so y'all will not see the arrows that come your
No.
way. Or I should say the arrow. There's only one. So I will roll randomly a d4 like we did for luck earlier.
you know it's gonna hit me. It's okay.
4, that
Hit
is
me.
no. It's Rube.
Oh, sorry, my little beaver
Because
friend.
Kelly was the last to introduce herself. So Rube, the arrow will hit. Unless I roll a 1. Let me just make sure that this person
Roll the
doesn't.
one. Roll the one.
No. Okay. So yes, they had all the time in the world to line their shot. And so you will take, my friend. It's a random body part, so I'm just gonna roll on the random body part
No
button.
head. No head. No head.
In your torso.
Left arm would be better.
You will take 10 points of damage to your
Ooh.
torso.
Okay, so
Now,
yeah, go on.
yeah, if your armor is stronger than that, though, so if the number is higher, then you take nothing.
And reduce your
My
SP.
armor is 8, I believe.
So you would take 2 points of damage, so your HP goes down by 2.
Would my armor go down by 8?
And nope, the armor goes down by, I believe it doesn't even ablate armor because it
Uno.
dealt damage.
I think it's Uno.
Yeah, it's
Trust the
something like
DM.
that.
Stop it.
Oh, sorry. No, spend $2. Give us more points for luck.
I got hurt. Someone pay for my armor.
Oh yeah, they have. So it's a I have to roll. And you're going to have to roll because we need to check if it's a crit or not. I'm sorry. So very quickly, could you just roll dodge for me, please, Rube?
Dodge under.
Under reflexes.
Can I use luck on this one?
Do it.
Yes,
Fuck
of
yeah,
course.
you can. Fuck yeah, all your luck.
I'm gonna use 2.
Yeah, do it.
20.
Yeah, so it is each attack that does damage lowers your armor by 1.
Okay, so what did I just roll my dodge for? Did I?
So you rolled your dodge to see if my arrow, which I'm about to roll, is going to hurt you a lot more.
Nope. That's a big nope.
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 Okay, so it's just plus 15. It's not that bad.
Just plus 15.
It would be a 20. So it's not even a crit. You probably get like the arrow, like, cinematically in a shoulder or something as you're looking at the forest and trying to see where it comes from, and all of a sudden the music changes.
Okay, so then I take the 2 damage and the 1 to my torso armor.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
Rube notices the music change. Getting serious, guys.
I got your back. Swords out.
Actually, Rube would probably like curse and
we're gonna
their
go.
native language.
We're gonna go in order. Basically, the players go first. The bad guys go first. Because the game is super hard right now. You are facing a squad of, well, once you see them, I'll describe them right away, but they're not really elves. It's like someone fused an elf and a wooden puppet together.
Like Pinocchio?
So like part of their skin, like Pinocchio, like as if Pinocchio wished, instead of I want to be a real boy, said I want to be an eldritch horror. And the fairy was like, sure. So like part of their face is like made of bark. Sometimes they have like branches sprouting out, or not branches, but like a 2x4 sprouting out of their shoulder. Their fingers are made of little pieces of wood held together by like screws. Their mouths, when they like some can still speak, but some when they open their mouth, you notice it's just like it's a wooden skull. Like they don't have a tongue, they don't have a throat, vocal cords, and they are writing, because thank you for all of your donations, people. Each of them are writing a war bear.
Yeah, thanks for your donations, people.
Yeah, great. We love it.
So the arrow just hit Rube, Shtack! And all of a sudden you hear the sound of the bears. Roar! And it's your turn, players. You can go in the order that you wish. Just choose who goes first, second, third, or last.
We could roll initiative.
Oh, yeah, let's.
Oh, you can click on the initiative button if you want, yeah.
Boom.
Ooh.
Well, guess I'm going
Everybody
last.
just roll the
Let's-
exact same initiative.
Let's break the tie. All right, let's have Rube, Bozo, and Issa roll again. Mitch, you're gonna be last apparently, so you have plenty of time to look your
Fates have
spell book.
decided.
That is hilarious.
Ah.
All right, there we go. I pulled the
There we
16.
go.
All right. So the order will be Boso, Issa, Rube, Mitch. Sorry,
right.
Keegan.
How far can I move in a standard movement?
So a standard movement is your speed stat.
Okay. Let me look.
So it's your speed stat in squares. Top left of the sheet. SPD.
SP 7. So is that 7 squares?
7 squares, yeah. So if you move 7 squares, you can still do your, like, have an attack. Or you can move up to your run speed, which is on the other side of the sheet. That's like the total distance you could run in a turn. But then if you want to attack after doing that, you're going to have to spend 3 stamina.
Hell
So-
yeah, I am.
To
I'm going
everyone, I'm just going to go into the rules very quickly. Each turn, you're allowed to move and to do something. That can be an attack, that can be a spell, that can be something else. But if you want to just do something more, you can spend 3 stamina only once to have an extra action. And that's why when you click on the attack buttons, you'll notice on your sheet sometimes Roll20 will ask you, is this an extra action? Because it also comes with a penalty because you're, doing a bunch of stuff at the same time. So, Bozo.
Oh
Ooh.
my God.
Ran up with your Vico Varn blade. Was it your blade or your mace?
It was my blade. And it
Blade,
was a
because it's swordsmanship.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shot.
That big sword means nothing if you don't know how to use it.
That's what it feels like right now, my friend.
apparently, can you? I don't think you. Yeah, there's no big penalty to missing by that much. Oddly enough, I need to roll.
Yeah.
And oh no, there is a fumble. Yeah, let's see. You rolled a fumble. What's your negative number?
Negative by
Oh,
what?
you're just at 0. You're at 0.
Yeah, I'm at 0.
So it's not a real fumble. You're fine. You just swung wildly, but a little too early.
Well,
Was that a fast-
A lot of people could say that's happened before.
It happens to like a third of all
Yeah.
warriors. Was this a fast attack or a strong attack?
Strong.
Okay, so you were going for it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you take an extra action?
I did take an extra action.
Oh, because you rushed. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know. Next up is Issa.
Okay. I assume that Keegan has some long range magic spells. Cool. I'm
Just a
going to
couple.
do well, let's get you in proper range. Nope. You know what? I'm going to do active shield, please.
Shit, I don't even remember what that sign does.
It is Quinn now creates a glowing shield around you. The shield has 10 hit points of every stamina put into it. Each round after the first, you must spend a number of stamina points equal to the initial cost. Active shield only covers you, but you can fit one other person into it if you're pressed together.
So you would need to be right next to Keegan.
Keegan. So let's move her over here. And I will put up a Quinn shield around myself and Keegan. I think I have to roll spell casting for that.
Yeah, just in case.
Okay. Let's put a point of luck into this.
Yeah, you're good. The a glowing golden sphere just appears, surrounds both of you. Rube, you are up.
See a glow sphere next to me.
Mhm.
I'll feel a little left out. That's fine.
You long range.
Remember, Rube, I'm going for all the glory right now. Just FYI.
What would be within range? Like, is this blocking this?
So the only thing that would literally block any attack right now are like the 3 biggest rocks
Okay.
over there. Otherwise, there is like the person that is trying to dodge out of the way of your arrow has a +2 if you're if we take like the ruler and it goes through any tree that hasn't been felled.
The Pinocchio boy by Bozo, how is that too far for range? Like, would that be
Your range is like 200 squares.
perfect?
Which, by the way, that means that you probably get a couple of nice bonuses. So let's just check that very quickly in the book. Your regular range is 100 squares, which means that so long as you're attacking someone that is within 25 squares, you have absolutely no penalty. And if you are, because it's a crossbow, if you're in melee range, like right next to them, you get a +5.
Okay. That's so funny. Go up to him and go, kakak. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna shoot for the person that's in melee with Bozo. Is there any sort of disadvantage because they're in melee with each other?
No, I don't use that.
Okay.
If simply because otherwise it's a mess of just like doing math for 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's not.
Because there's also like penalties if someone moved and all that. No, we're using the penalties for range just in case. But otherwise, no. I want you to shoot people. You're a sniper. I want you to snipe.
Correct. All right. So I'm going to shoot that person. I'm not close enough to get any bonuses, correct?
That's it. You just roll. Unless you want to put luck into it.
Well, I'm kind of low on luck.
Damn tootin'.
Well,
I
you just
mean,
heard it. You just
hey
heard it,
guys.
folks. We need more luck.
We're kind of low on luck, hint, hint.
This person, I will put 1 luck in for. Need it?
You will need to beat a 20.
I got a 14.
Unfortunately, well, you also rolled a 2, which is 14 is like the lowest you can go. But yeah, you look, Bozo's in the way. Try as you might, you thought you had a window at some point. Chat fired.
Boo.
Doesn't work. You can use your extra action to automatically reload if you want.
Yes.
And I know that I gave Rube, like, you have a couple of like poisons, and you also have special arrows if you ever want to use them. They're in your inventory.
Okay.
All right, then Keegan.
Okay. I want to try something because they don't seem natural to me. I'm gonna try to dispel the guy in front of Bozo, assuming that maybe it is some sort of magical spell or a ritual that created it. See if maybe that does anything to it.
All right.
It says I gotta use as much stamina as it took to make it,
Yeah. So
or half as many rather.
I'll tell you, if you succeed, I'll tell you
Okay.
the amount.
Okay.
Because if you fail, so that's a house rule I've been and also my GM Prax has been using when we play Witcher, because otherwise you are going to just call out a number, and if it's not high enough, the spell doesn't work anyway.
Right.
And that kind of sucks to waste your turn because you didn't call a high number enough. We're not playing the prices right. So
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna roll to do a spellcasting roll.
spell
and I'm
casting.
gonna
Yes.
pump 5 luck into this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Uh,
0.
oh my god. No, that's a fumble on a dispel. Okay, ironically you
Oh
could
my
still
God.
succeed for some reason, but I'll just check. No. Okay. You do not dispel it. In fact, what you do is a little worse. You failed by 7. And so the elements that you're trying to manipulate, the magic you're trying to destroy, the magic that is already partially through you ignites inside you. Not only does the spell fail, but you also take an elemental fumble. Elemental fumble, because it's dispel magic, it's not that big a deal. You lose 1 HP per point by which you fumbled. So you would take 7 damage, no armor, as you just double over as the magic eats you from within.
How much a quadruple take?
Wow, I didn't even need to up the difficulty for that. Y'all are just hurting yourselves.
It's not funny.
All
Thanks for the
right.
shield. I'm just gonna punch myself behind it. Don't mind me.
If
All
they
right.
can't hurt me, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are going to move. Oh my god, that's yeah. Oh yeah, that one's going to run. All right. So this one's running, not doing anything yet. Ooh, this one will run and fire at. And this one also will run and fire at Bozo. And this other one is going to, they can do 21 squares. Jesus.
We're gonna die in the first round, aren't we?
So, well,
TPK, thanks for coming.
2 of them are coming in a pincer. And as for Bozo, thankfully you are, in close proximity. So if you are within melee, the puppet elves aren't that much of a problem. It's the bear that's a problem. So I'll do the bear first, and then I'll move to the archers that are firing at you.
Oh boy.
Listen, I'll be nice. Do you want to be bitten or clawed?
Bitten, because I'm all about the teeth. Yes.
All right. So that is a plus 17. If you want to, oh wow, that's the lowest you can go. So you can dodge, you can block, you can parry. What do you want to do?
Dodge.
All right, roll that dodge. The number to beat is 19. Oh wait, did anyone give me?
27. Oh, boom, boom, boom. I'm MC Hammer up in this mother.
Oh no, wait. I think we got a donation of $6.
Ooh.
Does that mean? Yeah, you also got a 10, so everyone gets a point of luck.
But
also,
Yay.
I have to re-roll the next check. I didn't know. I'm sorry. So here's what we're gonna do. Rube, that arrow missed you.
Yay.
Because I have roll 20 up, so I don't see necessarily the donations while we're in combat. And I mean, I look at Discord from time to time, but not necessarily as fast as I could or I should. Now, Bozo, you're going to be fired at, which means that for each new other dodge attempt that you want to do, you're going to have to burn a point of stamina.
Oh, yeah.
2 points of stamina, I believe.
How many do I need to do?
Oh, no, it's 3. Ugh, I'm an idiot. 2 arrows. So that would be 6 stamina.
Okay, so let me take 6 out of 35, which would be 29, because I can do the maths.
Mm-hmm.
And I am
No,
gonna,
it's
like,
sorry, it's 1. It's 1. So it's not 6 that you needed. It's 2. Just 2.
I'm gonna put me at 31, and I am gonna blow out some luck. So let's take my luck down 4 points, which will
Okay.
put me at 3. So the first dodge, I'm gonna add 2 to. Where's my dodge? Where's my dodge? Where's my dodge? There we go. Dodge. Now we come over here. I'm gonna add 2 to it, and bam, a 20, baby.
Yeah, but the second attack, I rolled a 46.
Oh, let's see what this other dodge works out to be. I don't think it's gonna be 46, but 32. Not
Wow.
Not
Okay. So no, you're still hit both
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Oh, really? Dang it.
Yeah, but the first one, barely. It was a 25 for the first one. So we'll do first attack. It's in your right leg. And you would take 15 damage in your right leg, which I believe your armor just goes.
It's 20. I
Yeah,
have 20 on armor.
you're not even bothered by that one.
That's going to move me down to a 19.
No, because it didn't. It needs to go through to lower your
Oh.
armor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different in Cyberpunk, in which every time something happens, it goes down.
Right. And what was the
Um,
next one?
The next one, I'm just looking at if it's a crit right now, because I believe it is.
Oh
I believe you are getting critted, my friend.
my God,
because
it's going to hurt.
it's a plus 14.
Oh my God.
And I do believe that 14 is a difficult crit. So you're going to start by taking 8 damage through your armor. Whatever happens, you lost 8 hit points.
Okay.
And that was in your head. So the damage,
That's like
the
a
damage
times
will
three.
be tripled.
That's
Yeah,
a times
tripled.
3. Okay, now the damage is applied after all modifiers. So
Yes.
what was the original number? And
Let me
what's-
roll that for you.
Okay.
45.
Oh, Santa Maria. That means I have 20 off of that. So you're at 25 before we go anywhere.
The
So I-
25 shouldn't kill you, though.
So my hit points are 40. Do I lose 25 points?
Yeah, you do.
Oh my Jesus Christ. I'm at 35. Well, no, 20 is, I'm at 15 points.
You're at 15.
Oh
Yeah.
my Jiminy Cricket algebraic shit.
And not
Okay.
just that, but because it's a difficult crit, can you roll 2d6, please?
Oh, I can roll 2d6. And they're
That
gonna be
will
some
determine
really
your
great
injury.
/ roll 2d6. Did I do this right? Oh, I did do that right. Hold on. / roll 2d6. There we go. 8.
An 8. 8 is a sucking chest wound.
Oh, Santa Maria.
Oh,
Seriously?
you
seriously.
are suffocating. You have trouble breathing. You're which means
I love you all. Good night.
well, it's not over yet because you're a man-at-arms. Men-at-arms have this special ability. It's your very first profession skills that, even if you should die, you're not necessarily going to die. But I need my where's my table? Effects. suffocation. You're going to take 3 damage through your armor every turn, unless you spend a turn to like calm yourself down, take a second wind. Which, by the way, the second wind would also give you your recovery stat, your rec, in stamina.
So,
like, it's
Simon, I
yes.
just made a call out. If anybody's going to drop $40 to the charity, will you give me a win? Will you just seal me up for $40?
Did you know that mages can heal?
I'm just throwing it out there. If a donor drops $40 right now, will you let me flatline and be safe?
If someone gives $40, I'll make sure that you, whatever happens, you live.
Okay, there we go. Back to you guys. It's been great so far.
Speaking of, it's now your turn, players. All of my puppets have gone. Bozo, it is time to enact your revenge. So do you take the 3 damage in order to do...
I'm taking the 3 damage to make some shit happen. So let me move down to 12 points. And I'm doing the strong strike. Let me go click on this. Let me click on this.
Against the bear or the elf on it?
I mean, I kind of love animals. I have a really hard time.
Oh, by the way, yeah, no, the bears are also like the elves. They're like puppets. Yeah.
Oh.
They look like toy bears.
Strong strike on the bear. And I am going to use, how much luck do I have left? Oh, 3 luck. I'm going to use 3 luck because I think my life is
at an end.
Almost over. Let me drop a 3 in there. Submit. Boom! That's a 27 from Bozo Bucha.
Bozo, you've been saved. Someone donated $40. John,
I cannot kill. All right, I won't kill Rich. I won't kill Rich.
I got a little love. I love you all so much.
You do hit the bear.
Okay.
So roll the random location.
How do I roll the? Is that just a?
There's
D6
a target. No, there's a button called target location where your initiative was.
Hit it. Come back.
That's going to be left limb. Yeah. All right. It would do half damage, but you did a strong attack, so that would be double damage. So it'll end up being normal damage. So roll that Vic of Varen blade.
Roll the Vic of Varen blade.
Yeah, Bingo. On the sheet. Yep, that's Bingo. 25.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, John, PBR John, thanks for the save.
Thank you so much. You strike at the bear, and like you're used to fighting, people, maybe a couple monsters. It's rare that when you hit something with your greatsword that you hear like the talk of like an axe hitting wood, like you were chopping down a tree. But in the gashing wound that you left on this bear's like leg, like the fur is like torn off, but there's like a wooden beam inside.
What the fuck?
It looks like it used to be part of the counter of Dimitri's store. Because it's like worked wood. So while you're... do you do any other actions? Fancy bonus actions.
Do I get a bonus? Do I do?
Well, you can pay 3. You can pay 3 stamina to attack again if you want.
I'm definitely paying 3 stamina to attack again. Boom. And do I just do a strong attack?
If you want.
Oh, strong strike. Oh, yeah, I do. Now I've run out of all my extra things, so.
Ooh, that's a fumble. Ooh, they actually have a 14. Are you sure you don't have 1 point of luck?
Let me check.
Did we get any more luck yet? Anyone?
Nope.
No
nope.
other luck.
I am pushing.
Oh no, yes, there was a $10 from Toxic Triforce,
Oh,
and that I didn't give anyone. So yes, everyone has one more luck point.
then I'm using another luck. What
Then
do I
you
need to
hit.
roll? Okay.
So roll body location.
Body location, target location, bingo. Let me bounce over here.
Same. Is it the same?
7.
No, the other front limb.
And
And
because I'm like cha-cha, 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 cha-cha.
roll that damage,
Okay, Valorian
and then we'll move to Issa.
bingo.
Ooh, 28.
There we go. Chopping them down like trees.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Oh wow.
talking about all of the trees.
The elf is thrown off the bear, and the bear basically, crashes down face first as you broke its two front limbs, like some sort of marionette whose strings you have caught.
I'm sorry.
It will not.
Did I
try
miss
to
the
attack.
elves are riding the bears?
Yeah, the elves are riding the bears.
Oh my Jesus! How did I miss this? Okay, back to you.
Issa, what are you doing?
Issa's going to turn to Keegan. What's your next plan of action? Do you know what you're going to do next?
Knock him back. Get them away from him.
Fuck. Okay. So she's going to drop the shield, and I can go. I think 18 is my run. I don't know if that'll take me.
18 is if you decide to spend your whole turn moving. So 6 would be 6 squares is how much you can move.
Okay. Can I?
I mean, you can definitely reach the pair that's over here.
I'm wanting to
your
reach Bozo.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get right behind Bozo.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Or you can run and then spend 3 stamina to get an extra action.
Okay, I'll do that. I will move my little person all the way up here.
Mhm.
And I will spend my 3 stamina.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me take it out here. And she tells Bozo, get down. And then I'm going to try to use Fire Stream.
Oh, wow.
I'm
You're
not-
just flamethrowering it.
I'm not the smartest tool in the shed with an intelligence of 5, but I did hear get down. Can I reflex that?
From what I can see, it affects. Oh, I see what it is. You target one person, Issa, and it makes a line to that person.
Oh,
And
I thought
anyone caught in
is
between.
it not the cone? Is that something else?
No, the cone is the basic Igni.
Oh, that's my bad then.
Are you basic Igniing it?
'Cause
Yeah, you can.
Let's do a
Okay.
basic Igni instead.
All right. The cone for an Igni is what, like 3, 4 squares, I think.
Igni throws out a wave of sparks. It says it's a 2-meter cone.
Okay, so it's 2 squares. So you could hit the elf, the bear, the elf that's on the ground, but you would not. You would be able to hit the other bear, but not its rider.
I want to
And
hit
you-
everyone I could possibly hit.
Okay, and you cannot hit because someone paid for it. So through divine intervention, the flames will float around, like warp around Bozo.
Well, I did warn him to get down, so
He
Oh
doesn't
my
need to.
God.
The Eternal
It's
Sun
like
is.
I am in Game of Thrones / what was the thing on HBO? American Gods. I'm not like American Gods. I'm just like boom, flames going around me. It's awesome.
So what's the? Can you throw an Igni in chat?
yes, I can.
Oh
Sorry
wow,
about
that is such a streamer phrase. Can I please get an Igni in chat?
That
all
was
right,
that was
so-
good radio voice.
Mhm.
Thanks. I used to do voiceover for my job. How many points of stamina?
I think I only have a vigor of 2, so I think I can only spend 2.
Yeah, it's 2d6 on all of them.
Okay.
So roll that damage. 9. The bears are unaffected. As in, it's not enough to, like you singe
hmm
their fur, but nothing more.
Okay.
However, everyone has this 50% chance of catching on fire. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 per people. Players, is high number in your favor or low number in your favor?
I feel
Low.
like low is what
Low?
we've
Yeah,
been
same.
rolling.
Close in our favor.
After all
One,
these rolls,
2,
low.
3, 4.
Fuck.
So there's
Well,
one bear on fire,
We're all gonna die.
but nothing else. So like you ran up to Bozo, gout a flame. Nothing.
Well,
Rube, you're up, and then it's Keegan.
Okay. So they're. Which one's on fire?
This one here. Like straight line from you.
Cool.
No cover, nothing.
Cool. Cool. I want to use one of the extra special arrows. Is that the broadhead that does 100% bleed?
Yeah, there's the broadhead, or you can put the cadaverine solution, but cadaverine would work on like a living person. You're not quite sure these are living.
Yeah. That's
But
right.
the bleed, oddly enough, would still work.
It would.
It basically, like, because it's a broadhead, it would, like, the way I see it is these things are like half and half. They're probably immune to poison. You're not quite sure, but they can bleed.
Are they gonna bleed syrup?
They're gonna bleed something.
I love the reactions I
They're
got from Richie.
Canadian. They're Canadian. They're gonna bleed syrup.
I'm gonna shoot the bear that's on fire.
Uh-huh.
With the blue.
I mean, it's gonna try to move out of the way with a. Oh God! All right, the number to beat. I am so sorry, Kelly. You need to beat a 36.
Girl. I don't even know if I can. Okay, so that is the crossbow and crossbow. Oh, here we go. Back.
Unless someone was to give away like $6 right away to force me to reroll.
$6. Come on.
For $6,
I mean, you could
It's
save
not
a
that bad.
life over here.
6 whole ball hairs.
for $6, you can save a life.
That's right. You could save the life of this bugbear.
Oh, someone actually gave also
Bugbear. Bear
3 luck worth. So subtle as a rhino also gave luck. But yeah, I'll.
Does everyone get that luck, or is it only
No, it's 3 out of 4. So I'll roll a d4, and whoever I roll does not get luck.
Okay.
Number 1, Issa, you don't get luck.
Let's go. It's okay.
Everyone else gets a point of luck.
Okay, I'm gonna use my luck right now.
Uh-huh.
Roll this. It's that luck I just got. Thank you. 26. Oh, come on.
It was good, but it wasn't $6 good.
Rip.
I mean, I rolled a bunch of 10s. I did not know that would happen. But again, you fire, and last second, Esau got in your way. You had to jerk your crossbow out of the way and miss the bear entirely.
At least I missed the Witcher too.
Yes. Keegan.
Okay, question. 15,
Yes.
a run of 15. How far can I go?
15 squares.
15 squares. And each square is a meter?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So you can use the ruler if you want to see where.
Okay, I'm
Where
going to
you
go
can go.
here.
Uh-huh.
Not terribly close, but not terribly far. And I'm going to cast a Condal. do a big explosion of air, try and knock these guys out.
What was the radius for a con?
It is a 2-meter radius, so I wanted to cast it here.
One. So that would be 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, I'm gonna scoot up one and do it right here.
Yeah, and then you get
Okay,
you
great.
get just everyone else except Bozo and Issa.
Okay,
Give me that spellcasting check.
Okay, we're gonna pump all of the luck into it because things ain't looking great. Okay, spellcasting. So I got that. 29.
And they can only try to dodge it. Nothing else.
Yes.
29. All right, let's see. My bears have a plus 15. And there are 2 bears. The third one is already out of the fight, so we're not going to bother. That's a miss. That's a miss. And then I have 2 elves that are pretty much tip-top shape. They will try to dodge with a plus 15. Everyone has 15, basically. Yeah, that's super easy. Elf number 1. No, that's a D4. Elf number 1 fails. Elf number 2 fails. And the elf that's underground fails.
Hey.
No one can dodge. And I believe, actually, that because you rolled a 29, that means... let's go with anyone who rolled a 10 less. Okay, the one that's on the ground is going to take a crit. And the first bear is also... So the one that's on fire will also take an extra damage.
Heck yeah. Okay, so it says they're all going to take 4d6 damage to their torso.
Yep.
Then they will be knocked down and knocked back 4 meters.
Yeah. And if they hit something, they take
random
extra damage. Yeah.
Yep. So I'll roll the damage. It's a 15.
All right. Well, bye-bye, person on the ground.
Got one.
All right. 15. Oof. No one's liking that. No one likes that.
I like it.
I have to do a lot of math. Okay. And then 4 meters away from
The explosion point.
2, 3. Okay. They're going to hit the rock. They're going to hit the rock. So that's going to be an extra 4d6.
Run, you babies.
That's going to be an extra 4d6. It's going to be an extra 4d6. So
Want me
can
to
you
roll all
please
of it?
roll an extra
Yes.
4d6 for everyone? Yeah.
12 damage.
12 more.
Damn tootin'.
This one's done for. Burning Bear is very angry.
I'm sure he is.
This one's done for.
Yes.
And other bear is very angry, but they are also prone. Which means that they're going to need to spend their entire action to just get back up. And monsters do not get the special, extra action. So bear number 1's turn, gets back up, shakes the rider off, but is also on fire. And so they take 5 points of damage to each of their body location without armor. So
Wow.
yeah, fire in The Witcher hurts
Wow.
because it's 5 points for the chest, 2.5 for each limb. So you're now at 15, and then 15 for the head. So that's 30 damage in 1 turn.
Wow.
Yeah, that bear will probably try to put itself out, but for now, it is now burning. There's a giant half wooden bear burning. But also, hey, Rube. Hey, Rube.
Yes. Hey.
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 You get out of here.
hey.
Get on out of here.
Whoa,
Hey,
whoa, 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 whoa. What's
Ah.
happening down there,
Is it
Bubba?
because I'm not
Ruby?
setting people on fire?
So, Rube, you're going to get fired at because the bear basically needs to run. So it only gives, like what happened to Bozo earlier, only gives time for the archers to fire. Oh no, I didn't put the face of the archers up. There you go. I was supposed to come back to this.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh my god.
This is what they look like, except wooden. So,
I hate
so
it.
you've got people firing at you left and right. Do you try to dodge?
Yes. Absolutely. I'm not sticking around. That.
So the two numbers to beat will be an 25 and a 20.
Dodge is still.
It's under reflex, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Dodge and escape. And I'm going. Said it was I had to beat a 20.
20 for the first one, 25 for the second.
Look. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 points of luck.
You completely dodge out of the way of the first one. And what about the second?
Oh, I get to.
Oh
roll
yeah,
again?
they're different rolls, yeah.
Oh.
And this one costs you 1 point of stamina too, because it tires you to matrix dodge out of the way of everything.
All right, I'm gonna use my last point of luck here. This one, and you said a point of stamina.
Yeah.
Dropped it. Last point.
No,
Yeah.
that's 7. And do we know what 7 means, everyone? 7 is a crit. It's a baby crit, which means it's the most basic crit possible. You take 3 points of damage without your armor. Like that just goes through, right? The armor will go, the arrow, sorry, will go through. It's in your leg. So it's going to be half of whatever I roll.
Okay, so wait, I take 3
Roll
points of
one.
damage right away.
Roll 1.
Yeah, 3 right away.
Roll
And
1.
then are
Roll
your
one.
legs, do you have more than 11 armor on
I
your legs?
do. I have 12.
Then it just hurt because the arrow like hit your armor, dented it,
Uh-huh.
and it's the dent that hurt you.
So it's like getting hit by a paintball.
Yeah, basically.
Dude, your
Yeah.
overlay is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I know, right?
I
I've
would
never
need-
been so okay with getting hit.
I would need you to roll 2d6 though to determine. Oh no, because it's the leg. We all know it's the leg. Never mind. It's sprain your leg. You're gonna have a -2 to your dodge for the rest of the combat. It's just out. And then it's your turn, players. It's gonna be our last turn of combat because you're probably gonna get killed otherwise. Oh, another increased difficulty. Oh god, yes.
Is
okay.
that no? That's
And
not
I
what
thought
that
we
means.
were
no, no,
already
no,
at
no.
the
We're already at
highest
max.
level. Yeah, we're at
Yes.
max.
Yes, you're at max.
I
So
want to
that's
say,
clearly 2 points of
I'm
luck for
very
everybody,
upset.
right? That's
It's
what
my
I'm hearing.
sister, my flesh and blood took us
Hmm.
over impossible to F you.
No, well, here's the thing.
Ridiculous.
Because it comes from your sister, do you think that $20 should remove your invulnerability?
I think so. Yes, because you know what? Her and my nephew are probably giggling about me losing my invulnerability right now.
All right.
I'm gonna bless that move.
The gods have stopped shining upon you, but because of the donation, everyone will get their +2 luck.
Yes.
And Bozo, it's your turn. There were
Oh.
multiple explosions of fire and air around you before
None of this matters. I know in my heart, I hear Rube. Rube is working right now. Rube is like, oocha, 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 working the whole situation.
It's more like pluck, 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 not the ka-cha
Okay.
cha.
Not
Oh,
oocha,
it's-
oocha, but more cluck, cluck,
It's
Yeah.
a massive crossbow that you have,
cluck,
by the
cluck,
way.
cluck, cluck. And I can't let Rube be Rube and so, or be alone. So I have to come down here to show
Mhm.
off because Rube and I have to show off to Rube. So I'm going to run up. I'm going for an elf on top of a bear.
Yeah. By the way, you don't even need to spend a point of. You don't need to
Stamina?
do an extra action. You can reach them just fine.
Okay. So no stamina loss.
No stamina
I'm going
loss.
for an elf hit on
Okay.
top of the bear attacking Rube, and we're going to go with a strong strike, and we are going to build in. I think I have 2 luck.
You need
ready
to beat
go.
an 8.
Oh my! What?
Oh,
Get it, girl. Come on.
I'm not even going to use my luck on that. Thanks for announcing. 19. Boosh. Boosh.
So that's a difficult crit. They're gonna take extra damage, of course. 8 point without their armor to start with. Can you roll your body part and then
Oh, yeah. I can roll
and
my
then your
body part.
damage? Oh no, shit! It's a crit. No, you have the Vic of Iron Blade. Just
okay.
roll 2d6 plus 2, and if you roll a 12 or above, it's an instant kill.
That would be a 21.
No, I mean that would be the damage, but
Oh.
just to you see that like effect. It says like.
Do you
roll
want me to
2d6
roll
plus
a
2?
2d6?
If you want to.
Yes. Yes, you do.
That's a 7.
Plus 2, that's a 9.
Nine.
So you don't kill them right
Ah.
away because of the crit. You kill them from the massive amount of damage you did anyway.
You kill him just a
And
little
so-
bit later.
And the
Pam
bear,
also, my sister also gave me the 2 luck points that I just used.
good. The bear just shrugs them off. Seems happy actually that you got the rider off of them.
Oh, he needs to run. Go
Uh,
run.
Do you take an extra action or do we go to Isa?
Isa.
All right, Isa. Death and destruction that wasn't wrought by you. You are a testament to the Witchers. What do you do?
That's new. I get 6 of these little squares. Can I take my person over here and try to do 2 fast strikes to the
Oh yeah,
elf on top of the bear?
yeah. Go right ahead.
Okay.
And I can tell you that the numbers to beat will be 19 and 24.
Big money, come on.
Look.
Am I swinging the steel sword or the silver?
Silver.
Do you think these creatures would be vulnerable to silver?
Oh.
Oh, by the way, your medallion is humming, of course, because that's not normal.
They look like constructs, and I don't know about
Yep.
constructs myself. Like,
Make a Witcher training check.
okay. I'm gonna put some luck into this.
Lots of luck.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Damn. Oh,
From what you remember of your training, silver is for anything that's not native to this world. They're made from wood pilfered from a store nearby. You're pretty certain steel is the answer.
Okay, let's try steel.
And by the way, it is because you rolled an 18 anyways. There's no way you could not know that.
Okay.
But yeah. You succeed on the first one, but you missed the second.
All right.
Oh, Canadian Moose hadn't seen my face. Yeah, those are the elves attacking them, except baby-faced and half puppets. 14. Straight in the torso. Why can't I? Person. Thank you. That's 9, that's 16. All right. They do you take another action?
Yes.
A bonus action? Or okay.
So that's 2 stamina.
3.
3, sorry. 3
And
stamina.
Rube, you'll be right up next.
Same defense or different?
Oh boy. No, they have to roll. You get both.
Nice.
No crit, so go ahead for damage. It's probably going to die. You only need to roll at least 15 damage on the next one.
Woo!
Yep, it's gone.
All right.
you
So,
go, witch.
Yeah, you just shredded that puppet. And then Rube, facing
stand-
up.
standing
by the way,
in awe.
yeah, these bears are huge.
So we still have 2 bears alive. Yes.
Well, that you can even see there's 2 bears. There's a giant mass of fur on fire,
Which
and
one's
there's
the-
another one.
Which one's the fur on the one closest to me? How's
The
this-
closest to you is intact
Okay.
and kind of looking at you like you're the next snack it's going to try to eat.
Cool. I'm gonna cacack it. As best I can, doing. So explain to me. Twin shot. Is that what I do instead of?
Ooh, yeah, that would be instead of your regular attack.
Okay.
Let me just grab your sheet
Instead of
very
crossbow?
quickly. Yeah, I think boop, boop, boop.
Like a
There would be.
special skill.
Yeah, when making a range attack with a thrown weapon or a bow, you can roll twin shot in place of their normal weapon skill. If you hit, you strike 2 projectiles and damage 2 randomly rolled body parts. Yes. So you can just click on roll skill. That's right next to it.
All right. I'm gonna do that. And how much luck do I have?
You're gonna have to beat an 18.
No pressure, no pressure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the rest of my luck. It's not a very high skill, so let's give it a go.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh, by the way, you had a +5.
Let's
too,
give
I
it a
forgot.
go.
I had a +5.
Yeah, the +5
Go.
because you're right next to him.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so it was even more. Okay.
Yeah.
Baby boy, baby.
So that's 2 baby crits right there and then.
Okay. How
So
does
that's six damage. So that's okay. No, it's just there's like bonus damage that goes through their armor automatically before you roll anything.
Okay.
So now can you click twice on the body parts so we know where your attacks are landing?
Where do I do that at?
It's the button is under where your initiative was, like in the red
Oh, I
section
see.
on the
Okay,
right hand side
target
of your sheet.
location.
Yeah.
Do it twice.
Because you have one. Oh wow, both in the same leg. Okay.
You.
You decided to like screw that one leg in particular.
Yeah.
And
Fuck
then
that
roll.
knee especially.
Yeah, roll damage twice.
Okay. So where would the damage be?
It's in your gear.
Okay.
So if you go into gear, there's a button for the crossbow.
Crossbow. Uh huh.
Yeah, there's like a little number.
Uh huh.
You can just click that number in a circle.
Oh, I see. And then one more time. Woo!
Yeah, 14 for the first one. So the first time around, it's doesn't do much. The second time around, you break like your bolt goes through exactly where that screw was holding like their elbow, and it just flies off. Almost hits Bozo across the face. As the bear falls down, crashing into the snow.
Rube lets out with their like very furry paws with big claws. Just so excited, so much aggression.
Don't celebrate just yet.
And
Slow
a certain
down.
distance away, a lone Keegan facing 2 charging bears. Keegan, what are you doing?
I'm running back. Everyone left and he's just like, well, fuck this. Turns back around. And I'm gonna slap Bozo on the ass and cast magic healing. And that's gonna be for 1d10 rounds. So for 3 rounds, you'll get 3 points of healing per round.
And can you roll spellcasting first?
Oh yes, of course.
Oh,
Because you could fumble and kill him.
I could.
Oh.
That would be fun. I have no luck left. So let's see what
Never a
happens.
smack on the butt has ever
Nah.
rewarded.
So
with
when-
death.
When you're rolling not against anyone, the important part is just not to roll a 1. That's all.
Okay, great.
So yeah,
Fine.
no, your spell goes off just fine. So over the combat will end there, and you'll see why. So you can immediately regain 9 hit points.
Yeah, baby. Thank you.
And
I like
why
you-
does the
I
combat
like you this
end?
much, Mitch.
Is because without their precious riders, the bears run back. They ignore you, and they run Oh, one of them will die on fire, by the way, before running anywhere.
Damn tootin' they will.
But the two other bears will actually run beyond the bridge and go forth deeper into the forest.
I'm just gonna turn to Issa and go, so Witcher, what was that?
I've no idea. Someone's been casting spells, making constructs. Is it anything that you're familiar with?
You could both roll magic training and Witcher
could.
training.
Let's roll.
But yeah, that would be, to answer your question, that would be those skills.
magic train. Oh, magic training's under skills.
A 21 and 23. Okay.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you both get, you'll get different information because one pertains more to the Witcher, one to the mages. As far as the Witcher is concerned,
Very cool.
these are essentially constructs. They used to be people. And there was probably a great ton of pain involved. But looking at, because as a Witcher, you can harvest stuff from people. All of their vital organs were replaced with like very well done golden facsimile of what they used to be. So you have like a heart that would be like all gilded, a liver that's all gilded. It's like gold, like solid gold. But they were still sort of alive, and yet at the same time not. Now, as for the mage, clearly they are alive because of a magic. In fact, your dispel magic, had it worked, would have rendered them inert. You know that now, and you also know that the DC for that dispel magic is I rolled it a long time ago.
As Dave Chappelle would say, we're rich, witch. We got some money.
Well, you've got some money that doesn't necessarily belong to you, might I add. The dispel DC is 19, so you know that now. Should you roll a 20 or above, you would be able to undo the magic. But unfortunately, whatever ritual was used to create these things cannot be reversed. You cannot like unfuse them.
Would I know how much stamina I would have to spend if I were to succeed on a dispel?
Yes, 13.
13. Okay, got
it. So I don't know what your vigor threshold is.
Boo.
When you check your spells, it's like top right.
11.
And you have a staff. So that would be a 12.
Oh, 24.
Which means that
12,
if you dispel, so there's like one more point, means that because it's slightly above your reach, any extra point past 12, any point past 12 costs 5 hit points.
Gotcha.
So you can dispel it, but it's gonna hurt, is what it means. Kind of like the 11 in Stranger Things. You're gonna get like the nosebleed and the ear bleed, but otherwise it's possible. It's within your means.
Got it.
And you also know through this magic training that the magic that holds these things together has a certain limit. Now couple that with what Dimitri told you. Probably just the forest. They probably cannot leave the woods. Now the question is, who went in town to steal the wood then if it's not those constructs? And of course the constructs, by the way, the elves that you're fighting, they're wearing Scoia'tael uniforms with, at least one squirrel tail hung somewhere on there. So back when they were alive, they were Scoia'tael.
Got it. I guess stir
yeah,
Lisa and just go. There's got to be someone else. I made them.
Surely the Squirtle wouldn't do this to their own.
I think so.
Bozo, Rube, have you any thoughts?
Unless it's like a big cult Squirtle situation. Meta for a moment. These are humans, right?
These are elves.
Elves. Oh, I don't have any.
You can always try education. Like if it's
Which is
knowledge that you
0.
could have picked up. 1 luck to everyone. Thank you so much.
Ooh.
Ray, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, I can trying to Keegan, do you have any elf knowledge?
Of course, I've met elves, but don't study their culture. I'm not as you said, a nerd about it as you are with dwarves. It's an interesting culture, I understand.
Very interesting. Okay. I will the point look that I just got. Thank you so much. And
educated.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I believe in you.
Oh.
13. By the way, Simon, I took the map off of the Twitch stream.
Yep.
Back on.
I'll tell you. Thanks for removing it. But I'll tell you there's another one, and I'll let you know when it happens.
Perfect.
So with a 13, and even Bozo with a 14,
Oh, look at you.
elves are a very, very proud people. They would not, and they know, like, elves do not reproduce at the same rate as humans do. Humans are like bunnies. Elves would not give away their lives so needlessly. Even those that join the Scoia'tael, they're extremists. They're like, the most dedicated to taking back their homeland of all the elves. They would not let themselves be transformed into something that is not elven of their own volition. You get the feeling, it's pretty accurate, that whatever happened to these elves was not done with their consent. They could have been tricked, or they could have been forced.
Some evil shit going on here.
Do you think we ought to harvest the body parts for the, what's his name?
Well, at least the gold.
Yes.
You mean like their organs, the gold organs?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is more or less, it seems to be everything that they were missing. You've got the wood from the shop, the gold.
I got this great skill called first aid. Oh yeah, I'm rolling 19. Will that let me carve and dice and slice?
You don't need a roll to harvest
Okay.
the organs.
Just checking.
Not these ones, because you can't break them. But yes, normally if you were to attempt to, you would need a check. Now, in this case, you recover 31 units of organs, which is a lot. Basically, it weighs 90 kilos. The sheets are in kilos, so whatever, but it's like 180 pounds, which means that, I mean, if you want to carry them around,
Let's
just
stack them by a
bury
tree.
them. Like bury them in a little hole.
Oh my god, such a
And-
great prepper comment. Just make a hole and put it in there to come back later.
Damn.
I love you.
If
Don't
anyone
tell
has a
David-
shovel,
Don't tell David.
I
marry
do.
me. Don't tell David.
I
marry
mean, I
me.
have a small shovel. I have a spade.
oh yeah, so you can just dig. Like I said earlier, the ground is frozen solid, so you can at least dig through the snow, and there's like a solid foot of snow. So you can go like maybe near, like closer to a tree,
Mm-hmm.
get a bit into the ground to stash everything in, and then cover it up with snow.
Yeah.
Um,
I can use a survival technique or something to
Yes, if you have
Cash
wilderness
it away.
survival,
I do.
Yep. You can give me a roll. That would be the roll that anyone would need to roll to beat if they wanted to find it.
Wilderness sur- 18.
Good. Unless you tell someone, I mean, perhaps an elf would see it. Or maybe like a ranger, someone who's used to scouting and such. But regular people would not see them. Bozo doesn't even see it.
Bozo, you tried, baby.
So it's well hidden.
Excellent.
Of course, the tracks, they all lead north. If not across the bridge, then across the river.
We're gonna follow him. Yes.
Damn tootin' we are. Push
Okay.
forward.
Hold on.
I'll drop a
let's ask
leadership
the
roll
people
that
who
can
did
make
damage.
everybody move.
Keegan.
I'm fine moving forward if everyone else is feeling all right. Bozo took quite a beating back there.
I was made for this. Do I have any hit points? Do I have any like potions that let me quaff?
So here's the fun thing in The Witcher. You don't get
All right.
healing easy.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm marching and I'm bleeding and I'm loving it. because
So
I'm a
the
man
only
at
one
arms.
that can heal right now is the mage.
Mm.
And Keegan can do that spell like as long as you have
Mm.
stamina. And I'll remind you that second wind thing, you can take it because we're doing a one shot. We'll do like once outside of combat, which means that you can regain a number of points of stamina equal to your rec stat, which is like on the.
Keegan, I'm feeling half the man I normally am. I'm good.
I don't want you to die on me when we come across another creature and it just happens to blow near you.
Up to
You
you.
fall over dead.
Up to you.
I can't guarantee that I'll be as useful as I was if I have to. I'll do what I can, and I'm gonna give you one more healing, and we'll see how many rounds I can get out of it. Okay, so 9, so that puts me at 33. So take another 5, so I'll make it 28. Okay, so make sure I don't blow you up. Let's do a roll.
Yeah, you're good. So roll that d10. And Bozo, you will regain 12 hit points. As most of your wounds just stitch up. Oh, and by the way, with that first aid, if you want to roll first aid, you can help Rube and yourself with the crits
What?
that you've taken. Because I assume that you want to stitch up that sucking chest wound you got.
I'm looking for first aid. Oh, look, it's right there. Holy smokes. I got a first aid of 15. Did that help?
First aid of 15, I believe it does. 15 is enough for Rube, which means that all of those penalties go away, and your leg is good as new. And as for because you would need to roll first aid on yourself, Bozo, because otherwise you keep losing HP. And the number to beat in your case is a 16. So if you want to give me that
Ooh.
second roll. Well, it's one roll per person. So you're fine for Rube and then another one for yourself.
See how that goes. Oh, another 15.
So
Sorry.
you have 1 point of luck.
Oh, I do have 1 point of luck. Holy smokes, I'm going to use it.
All right.
I'm down to 0.
So you'll survive.
Okay.
It's going to, don't go mountain climbing for a couple of years.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
As you follow the tracks in the snow, you can put your characters on the new map if you want to.
Oh, a new map.
We don't know if there will be a
A
combat or
new
not.
map.
But
I see a bear.
you approach this cottage. Yeah, those are the 2 bears that ran away. They seem to be resting here. But someone
Not for long.
comes out of the door. Well, 2 things come out of the door. The first one is this large, wider than the door frame is, with an enormous belly. This person has little horns coming out of his head, wearing nothing but a sort of makeshift like potato sack that's been dyed red or brown with like blood. It wears a hat and a great beard. And behind him
It looks like
is
Santa.
a bear with a red nose, a shiny red nose.
What?
And he looks a little miffed.
Which,
As you approach, says, "So you're the ones who've been killing all me elves."
Oh,
Your elves attacked us first, Sylvan.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have stepped in here. Maybe you should have just been on your way and let me do my work. After all, I only work 1 day a year.
why are
Now-
you giving everybody charcoal?
Have you seen the state of his village? He deserves charcoal. Nothing but charcoal. So I gave it to him.
And what
And
about the
now that
elves?
you- Well,
Do they
I
deserve to be
needed-
made into marionettes of their former selves?
I needed helpers. I needed quite a few little helpers. And he looks back, like he looks over his shoulder back into the house and says, and the first batch was expired. So Scoia'tael are so very easily manipulated. You know, break and enter every house in a human village, take everything that I would need as material, then steal from a rich noble, and then as you're counting your gold, I hire you into my company. After all, what am I going to do with these bears? There's not even enough to pull me sleigh now. And that's all thanks to you. You who are all going on the naughty list.
Does this look like an elf?
No, actually, I have a picture that I'll put in the. I can't put it on the Twitch chat because it's like taken from the book. But in our Discord chat, you can now see sort of what this creature looks like. It's sort of a mix between, imagine a giant satyr. Except this one also has like white, so his fur is white, And yes, by the way, goat legs. I should have mentioned the goat legs. White goat legs.
My friends, it is a counterfeit Santa. So for all of those that truly believe like I do, this is a counterfeit Santa, not a real Santa, and we are going to take them out.
You think you can fight me?
I photoglia.
Are we rolling a net? Because I'm really.
Can I just go ahead and shoot?
I mean,
As a surprise.
sure.
Yes! If I'm gonna die, I'm dying. I'm gonna go out shooting. Okay, I'm just gonna do. I still-
And you know what? I'll give you the initiative. So you get to shoot your first thing. He doesn't get to dodge, and then y'all get a turn.
Yes, I'm doing the bleed because that's what I had equipped anyway.
Damn,
Time I
dude.
shot.
Damn, dude. Take this.
Use all the luck I
Take
have, which is
Santa out.
I believe in you.
Owen believes in Santa.
no.
You
Oh,
get your
my
crossbow
God.
out to snap a quick shot.
Oh,
You just didn't raise it high enough. No, well, actually, no, because he doesn't get to do anything. But you fumbled by 5. Let me just check. You might still hit him. Just like probably, like a glancing blow type of thing.
I mean, take some fur.
Oh
off.
yeah, because you rolled a 5 at 6 or more. It would have been different.
Yay! The luck points saved me. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay,
If you had
out
fumbled
of
by
luck now,
9,
guys.
you would have shut one of your friends.
I'm out of luck now, guys.
So you do hit. Please roll damage.
And it's a bleed.
Yeah, so he's going to bleed automatically. There's no save for that because it's a 100%, which means that every turn from now on, he is going to lose. He is going to lose 2 hit points
Blood.
every turn.
Now,
Oh,
do
yeah.
I need to roll body part? I just did.
Yes, please. Because it was a quick shot, so you didn't really have time to aim.
Torso. Oh wait, it's a
All
monster.
right.
Torso. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, it's a humanoid.
Oh, it's humanoid. Okay.
Yeah, when they say monster, they mean like quadrupeds,
Oh.
basically. All right, we'll say that the red circle is for the bleed. And that's 15. That hurts him. It's your turn. And pray to the gods that you survive this turn, that you finish everything this turn.
It's my turn again, or are we doing?
It's your. We'll do your turn again,
Okay.
and then we'll do. We'll go in order of introduction after that. So we'll do Rube, Issa, Keegan, and Bozo, almost like the reverse of earlier.
Okay. Can I just run up to him and shoot?
Yes, you can.
Run and shoot. Get that extra.
Oh wow.
5.
Okay, you're point blanking it.
I mean, you. This is it. This is all I got.
This is yes.
That's all I got.
Yes,
All right.
It's not a surprise though anymore, so he can try to like do something.
Okay, I'm gonna do the mod of 5, right? Because he said I get the point. Get that +5, right? I'm
Mhm.
on him. Okay. 29.
Oh my Jesus.
Nice.
Oh my Jesus.
Oof. Oh boy.
Hackles,
Give
hackles
me
are up.
Owen, give me a what?
It's a +15.
What?
Nope. And you actually do a small crit.
Okay,
So-
I need to do location, yes?
Yes, location and then damage.
Torso again.
Another one in the chest.
Right, and 18.
He like doubles over, holds his gut, and is like, "You're going to regret that."
I hope
And
not.
as he says that, there are like embers and sparks that start to like spew forth from his mouth.
He's a dragon.
No, it's just an ability that all Sylvans have. Up next, Issa.
Kill,
Keegan,
kill.
what's your plan?
Kill.
Blast him.
All right, I can give you some protection. Does that sound good?
Yes.
You want the protection, or do you want me to go up and attack?
I need to move up just a smidge, but
Okay. Well, then I'm going to move up just a smidge here and throw up my Quinn shield.
Oh, all right. Roll that spellcasting.
All right. I have 1 point of luck left. Let's use it.
Oh. Giving us $10. That luck for everybody?
Yes,
What?
that's a point of luck for everybody.
Yay!
Oh my
Anonymous.
God, I love you people. Holy smokes.
Glory be.
just a point.
All right. Issa's turn. Issa, did you want to take an extra action, or we move to Keegan?
No, I'm going to hold my Quinn bubble.
Okay. Keegan, you are once again inside this shield, though it wasn't that great last time.
Well, because I ran. Yeah, it's fine.
Can we put
I'm-
Keegan like on the other side of me, like in front?
If he wants to move, but if he moves in front of you, he's also face to face with the red-nosed bear.
Oh, that's true.
Does the shield go just one space, or is it 2 spaces?
It's only like once. It's any square adjacent to her.
Oh, so you
Okay.
could be next to me and
Okay,
also.
yeah, I'll go here.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna do same thing we did last time, the Akandal. And I'm gonna cast it. Can I see inside the house?
From where you are, I would say. Oh yeah, you can
Okay.
even see that there's like this giant bubbling cauldron inside.
Yeah, I basically want to cast it so that I'm at least hitting him and not Rube. It's my main concern.
So that would be, yeah. You
Okay.
just need to cast it like a slightly past the entryway.
Okay, let's do that then.
It's also going to scatter all the gold pieces all over the place, but
Good. Okay, so
spell casting first.
spell casting. We're gonna pump all the luck into it that I have. 22.
Okay, he's forced to dodge. You can do it. It's plus 15. Nope.
Wow.
Okay.
Get
Uh,
fucked.
Except
Wow.
the blow was in back of him.
Yeah,
so I'm
it's
gonna
hit
ask.
you, Rube.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry.
I'm gonna ask Rube
Okay.
Oh, I should have done it at a
and
different angle.
Bozo. You're both going to have to roll a dodge check, and you need to roll higher than 22.
Oh, I can do this.
I think I just
can do this.
just got a luck. So I'm just gonna throw that in there.
Oh, there's a 1 point of luck from Anonymous. Thank you so much.
Oh.
22!
Rube gets out of the way.
Let me find mine. Where's my
I
character?
believe in you,
sheet?
Bozo.
What am I looking for? A dodge?
Dodge.
Well, I mean, you could also try to parry a flying
No,
giant,
no,
but
no,
that
no,
might
no,
not
no,
be
no,
the
no.
best thing.
Roll brawling.
18.
So you're going to take on your chest.
Yep.
It's through your armor, but he also
Yep.
takes the same damage. 10. And you can roll your 4d6. Keegan.
Nice.
Whoa, 2 6s. And he's knocked. He's prone. He's knocked down and knocked back.
He's like face first, plunging into the snow. There's a trail in the snow where he like bowling balled.
No.
And
Can you
he's
turn that
right.
shield?
No.
I can.
oh,
I
it-
can move
yeah.
the shield.
Okay, good.
Bozo, there's like naked Santa in front of you, face into the ground, and it's your turn.
Oh, you know I'm making this move. Oh, whoa. That's a double strike. Hold on. Let me look at my thing. Hold on.
Is he alive?
This is
Yeah, he's still alive.
this is fast strikes. I'm doing fast strikes with my blade, random.
Has
And
them
I will
behind us.
use one.
We just got more luck.
Oh shit! Another luck from
Oh!
Pax. Thank you.
Another luck?
Yay.
32,
What?
29. Boom!
What?
I have
Two
literally never
crits.
seen that.
Ugh.
Some
All right.
days.
Is it? Did you just get inspired by seeing like a naked
It
Sylvan? You're
was-
like, you
I
know what?
dropped- I dropped that extra luck in there, and that made a big deal difference.
So with an 11, that is a crit for sure. So we'll start with the crit. We'll do the damage. Can you roll that 2d6 plus 2 because of your fancy blade?
Let me 2d6 plus 2. Let me see if I can do this. Slash roll. 2d6 plus 2. 13. Oh, that's a
You
really damn
have-
good roll.
You have split his head.
That's a freaking great roll. That's a 6 and a 5 plus 2. Holy smokes.
You can roll damage if you want. Know that he is gone.
Done. Just let
We
him
killed
die.
Santa.
You
Just let him
did.
die.
That
Just
thing
let
was
him
not
die.
Santa.
As he dies, the bears begin to break and fall down and stop like the marionettes they are. And the Sylvan looks at you and just says, but I will be back every year, every time there is a charity event. And
That's phenomenal.
That was so good.
Wait. Can I
you know what?
pull him up by the hair and tell
Uh-huh.
him I don't work for charity and behead him?
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
And on
badass
that-
bitch.
There is all the gold from the treasury inside the house. You said that you were working for both parties, but you can't really get the wood to do anything. Like, wood's no good. Are you going to give back all the gold to the Lord? There's also a gigantic pile of coal, enough to like fuel the town for the coming winter months.
I would
Damn,
like to hold the.
dude.
Can we hold the gold ransom for him to give the coal to the town?
You could. And
Love
that
it.
will earn you a spot on the nice list.
damn too.
No.
But we'll
Blackmail.
see if that does anything. If we ever get to meet again, probably next year actually.
Oh,
as
Simon,
as
this was
I
so
create
good.
another holiday themed shit.
This was so
Amazing.
This was
good.
awesome, Simon. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Simon, let me jump in.
Yes.
We do have one more giveaway, and that is the Witcher PDF and book. Is this happening now, Kelly, or does anybody run that on the chat? I see some things going. The complete Witcher
Okay.
TTRPG physical and digital raffle has started.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and put.
Use pound charity, or not pound.
Did you just say pound? Oh my god.
I said
Pound.
pound.
Oh,
but I meant
Boomer.
bang.
You tried so
I
hard.
meant bang charity and drop it in there. Everybody do bang charity. Get in there. And by the way, as we're letting that all roll, Simon, tell us a little bit about what you got going on, what's coming up, what's happening, what's in your world.
Sure. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who came, everyone who donated, everyone who hung out in chat. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you for all of your donations. I'm Simon at WanderingDM. You can find me over on the Wandering Society, which is the group, basically the rebrand of my old channel. As we're not streaming in December, we're kicking off things in 2022 with 7 days of shows a week, not GM'd by me. But we're gonna have a Revelation tomorrow on Revelation 3, which is a hope punk game that takes place in a hyper-capitalistic spaceship, and where you try to like wreck everything and change things for the better. We're gonna have a humongous, speaking of our Talsorian games, campaign of Castle Falkenstein, where 3 groups will actually interact across New Europa. Yeah, GM'd by, hosted by the excellent Chris Geary. By the way, I think the sign-up sheets are still available if you look at Chris Geary, KrisGiere, on Twitter if you would like to try Castle Falkenstein. Chris is also one of the best Falkenstein hosts I have ever seen and ever had the pleasure to play with. I am not as good Falkenstein host as he is. It's wonderful. And then tomorrow, if you want more Witcher, actually tomorrow night at 8 p.m., it's the 2nd season finale of the Witcher campaign that we're playing over on Praxagora Thesmophoria.
8 p.m. What time zone?
8 p.m.
Canadian?
Eastern. Sorry. 8 p.m. Eastern. Our GM's in New York. So we're playing Witcher, and we're playing actually 200 years before the video games and the books. We're playing in the golden age of the Witcher, and I just wrecked Banard by sending the Wild Hunt, kill all my old teachers. So I'm looting a magic school. This is what's happening. We might have encountered the demon, and our doctor has been cooking meth to go on a camping trip.
Walter White.
Oh yeah, he just downright decided to like brew Fistek to fund his expedition, and he did it. The mad lad. Otherwise, if you're also interested, the game that I am working on, Vampire the Masquerade Chapters, will be out in store at hopefully in September. So you can look that out. It's a basically RPG in a box of Vampire the Masquerade. And otherwise, soon, the book that I helped write, the Tome of Chaos for The Witcher, is going to be released by Talsorian, and you'll be able to play with the all-new stuff that I have in it that we all added that I can't talk about right now.
Good.
But that's for me, and thank you, players, for this awesome evening. Thank you, High Shelf Collective, for inviting me. It's always a blast to be here. And like, definitely, if you do the 12 days of charity next year, you know where to find me.
Simon, we'll call you for sure. Hannah, what's going on in your world?
Nothing for the rest of the year, but next year, catch me on a couple of shows on the Wandering Society. I am on Sentinels and I am on Scion. So lots of fun.
Good.
And is Dresden Files for sure a thing? It's going to be happening over there, Simon? Dresden Files, catch me there too. So
Dresden Files, like seriously, Dresden Files.
Yeah, there's a Dresden File.
Oh, no way.
It's on. It's going to be on Fridays.
Love it. So Hannah, before we let you go, the eyes, is those contacts or is that a filter?
No, it's a filter. It's a filter.
It's freaking awesome. It is.
Thank you.
The whole boom is awesome. I often like to dress up for our shows. And some people will tell you I dress up horribly. You dressed up beautifully. but I love the eyes. That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm sure that
And-
your dressing up is perfectly lovely.
No, it's
So
not.
don't let
It's
them
terrible.
don't let
worry.
them get you
It's terrible.
down.
It's terrible. But they all deal with my stuff. And you know, I like Mitch a little bit. We've talked about this a few times. Mitch, what do you got going on?
Oh, a whole lot of nothing. Right now, day job, I'm working as a social media manager for Glorious. So feel free to follow them and watch all the shenanigans of all the
Sure.
fun products we have there. You can follow me at CoolKidMitch. I'm on no shows.
CoolKidMitch? When are we playing Talisman online?
Oh god.
I got all of it. I
That's what
forget
we
you're
need to
we
do.
still
We
live in
need
the
to
same.
play
I've got
that.
all of it.
We need
It'll
to play
take-
Talisman online.
12 hours and we'll have a great time.
Okay, so I'm going to now drop it over to Heather and say, not Heather, I'm sorry, Lady Gillespie. Have we come up with the final raffle drop off on the Witcher PDF and the document?
Hannah won.
Holy shit.
Oh!
That's awesome.
I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, so my job is officially done. Back to you, Simon.
I don't think I have anything else to say. Thank you everyone for coming. Once again, thank you for all the donations. By the way, we raised, I didn't check, but we're at $770 raised at this very moment
Wow.
at
Holy
the end of
cow.
our show. So thank you so much, everyone. We ran over like an hour, but I am hopped up on coffee. So I'm still wide awake, but thank you for coming. I hope you had a fun time, players, and
I did.
we'll see
I
you again
did.
soon.
So fun.
I'm off to Tim Hortons. Later, y'all.
Thanks, guys.